Cams.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go! Do it! All the mics hot. So
all the mics look hot.
Come down to the that one, right? No, over, right there.
Mic on?
Click that, and all right. So mic 2 does not look on.
Who's mic 2? Everybody talk.
My mic's on.
Yeah, it's hot.
Is your
It's just a
mic
little
on?
quiet. I'm gonna turn it up.
3.
Great. Great.
Mm-hmm.
I know one of the mics was the troublesome one.
This one again.
520.8.
Yeah, it's low.
You're low?
Turn the screw knob on it.
Yeah.
Maybe that might do it.
Sorry.
So many tech issues, guys. Thank you for the sub. Old school.
The subs.
Oh, sorry. I closed
Is
it.
there any of those two?
And I mean,
It's a
if we
D8.
need to catch it on the other mics, we'll just
it'll
D10,
pick up.
yeah.
She's pretty loud. Anyway, so-
D4,
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
D6,
Oh, and that is not the correct camera.
D40.
Well, because it was a
pick
different.
mine?
I'll
I
just
don't
do the
know.
battle cam. We'll just do it
Yeah.
with the battle cam the whole time.
Yeah. All right.
Great.
Same color?
All right. I'm gonna put this away.
Hey.
All right, everybody, welcome to the final one-shot session of BlueBox Con 2021. The first day, and then tomorrow there will be festivities here in the local area. Not anything really streamed tomorrow, right?
That way.
And I am
That's
Thomas.
supposed to be down, right? Because like it's giving, yeah.
No, it looks good.
Well, yeah, that's good.
But it's supposed to be that one catching us, right?
No, this one.
No, this one doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not on?
It's glitchy.
I am Thomas Roberts. I've mentioned this to you before, but I'll mention it again. I am at Tabletop Adventures Murfreesboro on Instagram, and I edit and produce the Heart of Adventure podcast. John reached out to me many months ago, and we just happened to live 3 minutes down the street. So it was perfect circumstance, and I've been with him ever since, and I'm so happy to be here running a game for you guys. It's pretty crazy. So, all right. Let's just go ahead and get started, why don't
Look
we?
at that mini. That is sick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mr. Grantler, you're great.
Kinda look-
All right. Let's go ahead and get started, guys.
Alrighty.
Welcome to the quaint town of Brigand's Bottom. Johann, you awake in the two-person bed of your small home, now only occupied by you, your wife, and young daughter. As you stir awake, the sound of your normally quiet town is a bustle, with the sound of movement and merriment outside. You hear, "Come on, Pete! We've got to get this banner up before Mr. Buryenfeld wakes up for the morning. It's got to be a huge surprise!" And you hear the voice of Fenethir Shinebright, the local wizard, saying, "Move clear. These stands are heavy, and I can only keep my concentration for so long."
What are you doing out there? I cannot sleep with all this noise.
You hear Fenethir say, "Oh gosh, he's awake. Move quickly, folks, move!"
Is my wife?
She's not.
Okay.
I'm not your wife.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
You
Unfortunately
you
for
do
you,
not
I'm
hear you do not feel the warmth of Yennefer next to you.
Where is Jennifer?
Your youngest daughter Avalona is unseen as well.
I'm laughing. I had too much ale last night. It's. All right.
You hear calls for food preparation, event tents being put up
You should scoot over
as you
that way
get
a little bit.
dressed and make your way to the living room to get your morning cup of something hot. You hear a knock at the door.
I've not had my coffee yet.
A much more vicious knock at the door.
Fine. I walk over to the door, grumpy, sleepy-eyed, hair messed up. What is it?
You see before you the four heroes that saved your town last year. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves? I'll start with...
Well, hello there. I'm Miss Daisy Bell Beauregard.
I know you,
Do
Daisy.
tail.
Oh,
Well, I
Spend
thought
my
I'd
time in the
introduce
forest.
myself again, and I always use my full name.
Tell us what class and race you are, if you remember that.
I am a barbarian. Race?
Human.
Human. I am human.
And she's playing a Berserker Barbarian.
Yes, Berserker
This is
Barbarian.
5th edition we're playing, folks.
And what else did you say?
We're level 6.
Oh, level
and,
6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about what you look like.
Oh, well, why don't
Stressful
I?
comedy.
I am a dainty little thing, and I love the color yellow. And I wear a bright yellow sundress. And I carry a parasol, but be careful, because that parasol will turn into a mighty fine weapon if you make me mad.
In
There you
fact,
go.
you do carry a mighty fine parasol. I've made a couple magic item cards to hand out because this is one of my favorite things about D&D is physically handing things out to people.
I will bring down the tornado on your head.
Juan, would you like to introduce yourself to us?
Yeah. Hi, I'm El Zorro. And I'm dressing like a pirate. And I have a machete, so don't mess with me because I cut your head off.
Can you move that camera back a little bit so maybe it'll get all three? Because Juan's being cut off on the screen. You can't see that, Jordan. Can you move that camera back? Like just maybe.
Yeah, you're
a
right,
little
you're
bit
right.
wider. Yeah, there you
Juan-
go. Much better. There we go. Good.
Juan
good.
is a, or Zorro, El Zorro.
El Zorro.
Zorro
Get it right.
is a El Zorro is
There you go.
a human rogue swashbuckler, and everybody is level 6.
Right.
Jordan, why don't you introduce yourself to us?
Why? My name is.
Immediate.
Why, it's been so long. Shit, it's only been 2 days, but. No. I'll tell you what they call me. They call me the Burly Bourbon. And, to be quite honest, I don't remember me full name. My real one. But I don't carry a weapon. My weapon is, these hands.
It's
Don't mess with me.
really good character.
Okay. All right. This is Juliana's first time.
Yes, why don't you
So-
help her introduce?
So this is her first time ever playing or really even being around
You have a
D&D.
brand new D&D player on stream.
Hey, I do.
Oh,
Hello.
You wouldn't be able to tell.
He
Zorro
did such a
sounded
good.
so
I
natural.
know.
Think about it. It felt real.
Meant to be at the table. Tell us a little bit
By the
about
way,
yourself.
and also that's like this, Thomas. This is part of what we like. BlueBox is about not just playing the game, but teaching the game.
Bringing the game to new
players,
people.
Bring in new people. This makes my heart so happy to have new players on tonight.
Right.
So what is up with your character?
So your name is Wendy Wallowtail. So say it.
My name is Wendy Wallowtail.
Okay.
At the top of your sheet, it shows your race and your class. Why don't you tell that to everybody?
Elven Druid.
I am a wood elf, I guess.
You are?
Yep.
And what else?
Druid. You're a
I'm a
druid.
druid.
She is a druid of the moon, which means she is all about turning into big, nasty animals and ruining people's day.
She already got an advantage.
You did.
Oh, well.
From Steve. Thank you, Steve.
And could you give us that name one more time?
Wendy Wallowtail.
Wendy Wallowtail. Man, we got such great names.
Druid help.
And of course,
Thank you, Mitch.
Johan, tell us a little bit about you, what the players see.
I am Johan Borgenfeld, and I'm the preeminent leader of this town, and I am also I am tall. I stand well over 6 feet, 6 feet 6 inches, and blonde hair, blue eyes, strapping. Nothing like the player that you see here. Just that's what my PC is. And he is really very kind. He's a cleric. Pardon me, a bard rather, and he's a bard that plays the bagpipes, the lute. He always has instruments on him, and he is very much gregarious and charismatic in the fun life of the party.
A valor bard for those of you. And you all, the 4 of you, have just made your way from about a 5 or 6 day journey from the capital city of Volgard, far to the north, specifically to come to this event because you knew you were invited, and of course you had to come. It's Johan. He made you guys basically the adventurers you are today. He was what gave you the start into adventuring back when you took that job to kill an owlbear over a year ago that led to saving this small town from a fire giant attacking. As you guys make your way outside, you see your wife cheerily shoves a name tag into each of your hands that is emblazoned with 5 letters on it, and you look up to see a banner that says Brigand's Bottom Raida Palan Games Convention. And for short, you look down to your name tag, it says BBRPG Con. That's weird.
What is this? This makes no sense.
and it says first annual, and you've all got these hand-painted wooden name tags, and Avalona comes behind and hands you all blue tabards that are emblazoned with a dragon upon it, and tells you, put these on, you have to look the part.
Why, it doesn't match, but I'll put it on anyway.
And Yennefer shouts, now make your way to the siege ball fields, the games are starting soon.
Yes, Siege Ball. My favorite game.
Absolutely.
Do they perhaps have some extra bourbon? I'm running low on my jar.
There's a bar cart you can stop at on the way. And in fact, there are many different food stalls.
So there's bourbon.
It looks like there is a pull-up
Sir,
cart.
I think you drink too much.
You cannot play a good game of Siege Ball while you're drunk on bourbon, my friend.
He probably plays it better.
You've never seen me drunk. Well, I've never seen me sober.
I was gonna say that.
So I guess I don't know.
You see a pull-up cart that looks to be smoking some kind of meat out the back of it. There's
Meats! Yes.
lots of different other...
Second to bourbon.
There's cups that have the dragon carved into each of them, and they're being sold out, and you make your way towards the siege ball fields, which looks to be this wooden fenced area that looks almost like a dumbbell that you can see, and there's obviously stands on both sides, and just over the fence you can see the look of what are the two classic wooden towers that make up the goalposts for a siege ball game. And you can see people are making their way into the stands, and you are guided up to your seats sort of in the middle, all of you sitting together. You sit next to Yennefer and Avalona. You look down in the field and you see Yordone and Alexiana are I had a lot of fun with this, I don't know if you can tell. Are geared up in their leather gear, ready to play the first game of Siege Ball for the
Wow,
day.
your Don looks quite athletic. Striking.
I lean over, I put my arm around my wife, Yennefer. You remember the glory days when I destroyed the field and I did so much here? I was the main champion of this so many times, and all the people, they would cheer. You remember these things, they were so good.
Those were the days, weren't they?
You say like they're so far gone?
So long ago.
Been a while.
The humble guys.
You say like they're so long gone, as though I am 50.
Can't believe you still remember to be that old.
Eons ago.
And you see the image of a heavy-set human man with a thick, unkempt black beard, short, well-trimmed black hair, wearing a wide-brimmed sun hat. And you know exactly who this man is. This is Barian Haywood, your coach at the college you went to up in Valgard. He comes up, pulls you out of your seat, and gives you a giant bear.
Barian, good to see you again, my friend.
Johan, my goodness, it's been so long.
It has been a few months, perhaps.
It's been a while, Johan. It's been a while. I mean,
everyone's making me feel so. Why so long?
How old is Baron? He must
So
be
many
like decrepit.
Barian he's about 70, but he's
Everybody talking about so many years and so long ago. What
So long ago.
I got your letter. I just had to come down for the games. I couldn't miss it for the world.
No, well, do you know this year I decided not to play. Many asked me to, but I just decided I would.
Well, that's... we're gonna have to get you on the field, right? Come on.
We'll help you out.
You're the one talking about how not old you are.
If I could offer my 2 cents, I think he'd die.
Well, from last I heard from Fenethir, all of you guys are playing in the championship game,
Well, of course.
right? That's the
People
prize for winning.
underestimate me every time.
Well, all right, miss.
Of course, I could not hold all this glory back from the fans. They wish to see me play. I will play.
I'll protect you with my parasol from the sun.
Barian walks
Protect him
away.
with your cane.
If you need some burbs to get out the creaks and the joints.
Barian walks away and goes and sits with his family, and you see a sprightly elven man walks up right after him, and you know exactly who this is as well. This is Raimondo, your bardic teacher, who taught you everything you know about the instruments you play.
Thank you, Art of Mike Disney.
Oh my
For all
goodness.
I'm
Sorry, I'm not watching the chat. I can't see it from over here.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so
Thank you.
yes,
Thank you. Everybody got an advantage.
Oh, advantage. Thank you, Mike.
And he looks at you and he says, You still been playing recently?
Armando, you know, I have the bagpipes here, but it's not time for them with the,
You'll
with
kill
the
them with
games.
your music.
There is always a time for music, especially during a game of Siege Ball.
Will you play for us?
You know, I think indeed
Let's play, and he pulls his lute off of his
I
back.
will.
Play us a song.
I will play.
Why don't you roll performance?
Okay.
And you have an advantage that you can use on this, if you
To
want.
be honest, every time I play Siege Ball, I forget. I just try to hit people. Don't even know the rules. Maybe I'll learn today.
15 on the die. I'm not
charisma
using
skill.
advantage. So performance plus a 22.
All right, you and Raimondo start to play this jolly jig with your bagpipes
I want you to like
bursting.
Hear it. What
I
do
am not physically able to reproduce the sound of a bagpipe.
You do it.
And you get the crowd going in a classic, a cheer going a little bit there, and everybody feels the pep. And then Raimondo just sort of nods and he says, "You still got it, Johan. You still got it.
It never went anywhere, my friend. It's always been here.
Enjoy the games. I've got a turkey leg to go get." And finally, coming up from behind him, you see your old pal, Garrix Sternhold. He is a fit-looking half-elf man with a slight golden beard, long braided hair that goes down in 3 or 4 braids behind his back. And he looks at you and he says, "Good to see you here, Johan. I'm excited for what today will bring."
Ooh, I like the tension.
Where else would I be, my friend? This will be amazing today.
And the last time you saw Garrix, you both are from Brigand's Bottom. You
Right.
both went to college together, and it's been a while. It was at the end of college, but the thing you mainly remember is that you made the varsity team. Garrix didn't, because of some actions you took that day to ensure your position was made.
I was just better than him, is all it was.
We'll see how that is at the end of the day.
Wait, can I roll a
You want to roll insight on
insight
it?
check?
See, yeah. Why don't you roll an insight check? And you're sitting right next to Johan, or you're near. Why don't you roll a perception check for me?
17 on the die.
And then add your insight to it.
Do we have skills on here?
Yep, on each of your character sheets. So insight is a wisdom skill, so look under wisdom and it's right there.
Oh,
Not read mine.
22.
You detect a mild amount of anger in the undertones of his voice. He obviously is still upset
10.
about what occurred long ago.
What's his name? Garrix?
Garrix Sternhold is this man's name.
Garrix. Sounds like you just suck at Siege Ball.
Well, we'll see. I'm planning on playing today.
Meet me on the field. Perhaps I can introduce you.
Oh, I shall.
Ah.
What did you roll for your perception?
10. Well, where's perception?
It is a
on the
wisdom
sheet?
skill. So look under wisdom and then go next to it, and you'll find perception.
Oh,
Just
well.
like it's different on like the D&D.
Yeah, I prefer it like that.
I kind of like it like this.
Well,
so it's all
apparently
portrait.
I don't have much wisdom, so I get a
Yeah.
straight 10.
Yeah, you can't really make heads or tails of this guy other than he looks very physically fit and
Well,
is only
isn't he
slightly younger than
lovely
Johan.
looking?
Oh my.
He's kept himself
That's so
really
colorful.
well.
And in that moment, he walks away as fireworks fill the air.
Oh my!
And you look,
he does
you look to see
fireworks.
Fenethir Shinebright,
He
the
did not create this fire. What is saying?
Oh, he's so fiery!
You see Fenethir Shinebright, the local wizard of this town, a tall, lanky elven wizard with light silvery hair tied in a top bun, with very sharp green eyes, with a staff that he has stamped on the ground, and these fireworks go up. And his voice booms. He says, "Greetings all, and welcome to the first annual Brigand's Bottom Raida Palan Games Convention. I am Fenethir Shinebright, local wizard and friend to Johan. Since he was a young lad, Johan took the initiative last year when our town was in dire need of aid and called these fine heroes who you see seated among him to our town. We have so much thanks to
What
give."
else could I do? It was just what the right thing to do.
Johan, please. We are here to delight in you.
That's what I said.
As I was saying,
Said?
these wonderful people were sent our way to save us and our way of life from being destroyed by that terrible fire giant. And in honor of Johan's 50th birthday, we will celebrate with his favorite sport, Siege Ball! And then fireworks shoot up in the air. Everybody's like, yeah, Siege Ball! Woo!
Ah, siege.
We're
Ball.
also
Yes, ball. Siege ball.
we're also joined
Balls
by the
of
man who
siege.
taught Johan this
not
very
fair.
game, Barry and Haywood and his lovely family, and they stand up and they give a bow.
What's this hip hop beat going?
I don't know, it's an ad for Uber Eats.
Sorry guys. Come
Yeah!
No, it's like the vibe siege balls go.
And then there's gonna be another ad. Yeah, thanks YouTube. Ooh, who did we get? Did we just get a...
Skip. There you go, and you'll be right back.
All right. And alongside Johan's oldest friend, Garrix. Garrix and Johan, as some of the older folks in town will remember, were inseparable since they were kids. But they always loved Siege Ball, and we were also excited when they were accepted to attend the College of Oration and Musical Practice in Volgard, and would get the chance to play in the big leagues. And he says chance rather forcefully, as he knows that Garrix didn't necessarily make it into the big leagues.
This is the nature of the leagues.
So in honor of all that, we'll be having a little tournament today, with the winning team having a game against Johan and his party, and winning a seat.
Oh!
Winning a seat at the high banquet served by Yennefer and Suzanne later this evening, along with all of the entrance fees from all of the other people who have entered, winning the pot of gold at the end.
Oh, I like gold. I can buy more dresses. That's what I need.
So you all get settled in your seats, and you wait for Fenethir to stamp his staff again to make the fireworks start to show the starting shot for. You see Jordone is there. he's got his siege bat at the ready, and they're both. And Alexiana is across from him, and they're both ready to bat this ball at the same time. And as he does, boom, all of your visions are blacked out.
What?
You can see nothing, and you can hear nothing.
Ah, it's a joke they play. This is fun. I like this. What happens now?
Not again. Blacked
You know,
out.
Alexiana, she does not play arm sports though.
Oh no! I don't like the dark. I can't see my pretty yellow dress.
What do you guys do?
You
Oh, where
see.
is everybody? El Zorro.
You see. You see. Wait. What? Oh, you see Burley Bourbon. He's kind of wearing like a crop top shirt.
Oh my!
Fantastic.
His belly is like sticking out, and he starts rubbing his belly. He goes, "I haven't reached that point yet, and I still seem quite awake."
You know, it's interesting. All
What's
of you
going
guys
on?
are all of you guys are talking to yourselves, but you're not hearing each other as this is happening.
Oh no!
You're in
So
silence
I hear
and in
darkness and
So you
silence.
don't see and you don't hear.
Oh.
They poisoned me bourbon. Drat.
Winnie!
Okay.
Winnie!
Now,
Baby!
As you all sit there wondering what to do, a moment passes and the darkness vanishes and the silence does. And you can see around you, there's no one in the stands. In fact, the stands aren't even done being built yet. Only one of the siege towers is up, and the other siege tower is on the ground with a hole next to it. And you see standing in the middle of the field, Garrix, with his arms crossed.
Well, I guess he's not as fiery as I thought he was.
Johan!
what is the game you play here, Garrix? This no, this is nonsense.
I see I had you tricked from the start. Simple illusions, ones that you weren't expecting to look for.
Why would I look for illusions? What is this?
Precisely.
What does that mean?
You
Precisely
see,
what?
5 hours south from here, I have everyone in this town chained up. Your loved ones, your coach, your old teacher, Fenethir, your wizard.
Oh, he's not very nice.
No, this you
Did we win?
you speak.
We won.
Burley, put your bourbon down.
You speak lies. This is this is not true.
Roll insight.
I don't
What if I don't
think
wanna roll
I don't think I like this game. What about you, El Zorro?
Only thing I'm disappointed about, I don't remember hitting Garrix.
You can't make heads or tails of whether he's lying, but you certainly can't tell whether the situation is this is an illusion or what was earlier is an illusion. Why don't you make make an Arcana check, and anyone else who has a high enough intelligence
Roll.
modifier.
Here, just roll
I
this.
believe, yeah. Juan, why don't you make an intelligence Arcana
do
check for me
not.
as well? So take a d20.
Soro.
6.
Roll your
Eh,
d20.
Roll a d20, and you're going to add your.
That's the
Oh, wait. No.
She's adding Arcana to it,
Yeah, 6.
and you're going to add your Arcana.
Oh, he's got a 19 on the die.
And so look under the intelligence skills and add Arcana to it. Which should be the top.
20.
So, Soro, you know that this, what you're seeing now, is absolutely not an illusion, but Garrick's is. He looks to be what's called a projected image, which is an illusion that you can cast from a great distance away. So Garrick's isn't here. He's probably where he says he is, 5 hours south of here. You gather as much, and you
So
can
like
tell the party.
he's just a projection. He's not real there.
So you got to
But
tell
no,
us.
no one
You
else
have to
knows
tell
that.
us.
You're the only one that knows that, so you have to tell us if you want us to know.
He's not really here.
I don't get it.
Okay, so he is like, you mean like in Star Wars?
No, wrong. Here, I'll tell you. He is like a ghost. Like, that's not really him, and his real self is like 5 hours south. So get me?
He's making it seem
Yeah.
like he's here, but he's not. And you know that. And you also know that probably what was you were just seeing, the games, everything looking so lively, was a massive illusion to convince you guys that you were actually here to get you to take the bait. So this is all fake, but this right now, what you're seeing is real.
Tell us it's not real. Just tell us
fake.
It's fate.
Perfect, they get the message.
Oh! So it's El Zorro. Is that not really
You
Garrett?
think I'd risk
No,
my
he's
life
not.
coming all the way here?
El Zorro.
El
Wait,
Zorro is real.
but is
But he's fake.
El Zorro, he's fake. Well,
He just
how do
sort of
you
gives
know?
a large bow.
how do you know?
Because he's not here. He's like a ghost.
Oh, he's an illusionist. Oh.
You can.
I'm
you
more
sure
than that,
this? You
Miss
know these
Daisy.
things?
What?
I'm more than just an illusionist, Miss Daisy.
What are you, Mr. Garrett?
Why don't you come 5 hours south and find out? The path is clear,
Where?
no traps, and I've made sure to kill everything along the way.
I'm tired of him talking. I go up to Garrick and I just go to smack him.
Yeah, you go straight through. You fall to the ground. Which is not unusual for you.
What is going on? I'm often confused,
he's
but I'm
just
very
sort of-
confused.
He just sort of steps to the side and he looks right into your eyes and he says, "You have until sundown until I start killing." And
I don't like you.
he disappears. And you do remember something. You remember before you walked out, as you were getting your cup of something hot in the morning, you remember seeing a couple wrapped gifts back in your house before you left. And you also might want to go get some gear and get geared up and ready to go. I also forgot to give these out to everybody. Everybody has one of these. A healing potion.
Okay, so as
Oh, I love
if I were a
potions.
5-year-old, please explain what is going on.
If you were 5, well, here's the deal, Mr. Burley Bourbon. Here's the deal. So, like, you know when you're a little boy and you have a dream and then you wake up and you realize
Maybe try like I'm
really-
8.
Okay, as an 8-year-old, if there's like, you know, somebody created this scenario and they made us think it was real, but it's not, and now I'm starting to get real angry.
Yeah, I was kidding. I got it.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
what do you all do?
It seems my old friend has a grudge just for being beaten, which is, you know, sore losing, I think. So we should, I guess, get our gear and we need to go rescue the citizens. So I will
I'm
get
ready.
all of my goods and my belongings and get whatever you need and let's head on the road and let's save them.
Well, I have my potions and I got my parasol.
So we'll
Great.
all get our stuff.
You
we'll gather.
see, as you open one of these gifts that you were given,
Right.
you see a fresh set of some very nice siege ball gear, and you grab your old champion's ring. I'm giving John 4 magic items that he doesn't have to use all of.
La-ti-da.
And your character also had this from the start. If you want to just read that,
I need
why don't you read it out loud for people
Creating
so that we know what
rings.
you got?
Okay. When you drink this potion, your strength score changes to 25 for 1 hour. The potion has no effect on you.
25?
It's a potion of fire giant strength.
Oh, I'll take that.
It basically also just says it doesn't matter if your strength is higher. It doesn't change it. So
But you don't need that. I'll trade you.
Barley bourbon, hush. Leave the poor little Wendy Wallenfelder. What's your name, sweetie?
Wendy Swallowtail.
Wallowtail.
You just said earlier you don't do arm sports. You don't need that.
She needs it because she's not very strong, so if it gives her extra strength, she definitely needs it. You're plenty strong.
Do you use your fists?
Barley burbs.
More claws or fangs.
I already have my healing potion. Picks it up.
All right. So do you guys make your way south?
Yeah, but first I brandish my ring. Have you all seen my ring? This is from my championship days.
Very
this was
nice.
I won this in victory when I vanquished Derek. That's why it's so.
It's a gaudy golden ring with 3 what look
It's
like
not gaudy,
emeralds.
it's not gaudy. Gaudy is the wrong word. It's just it's shiny, my friend. That's all it is. It's just shiny.
So bless
we'll
your
define
heart.
it.
It's so precious. Is that your precious?
It's my precious.
All right. You guys start to make your way south as you all gear up. The trip south is eerily quiet. As the sun looms high in the sky, the further south you go, the more the clouds start to come toward you, as eventually the sky becomes fully overcast. But there's no rain. It's just a roiling sky above you with occasional flashes of lightning across the sky. The mountain to your south that you are heading towards slowly looms larger and larger as you draw nearer to it. During a flash of lightning, you see a rune glow on a tree. Who all speaks giant? Does anybody speak giant?
Definitely do not.
I think
do.
Giant?
Giant.
We didn't pick. No. Giant.
Oh.
I'm fluent in giant.
So you speak giant. You speak giant. Anybody else have giant? It'll be on the bottom left of your character sheet under languages.
She does.
You speak giant. You speak giant.
Giant.
Great. So you, all of you that can, read.
not unique.
It says the path to
I speak
glory
Mexican.
in these runes as it flashes in the light.
The path to glory. Oh my goodness, glory, glory, glory.
You keep walking, and eventually a later one says the path of champions.
Oh, that's your path. You're a champion. With that ring? Oh my goodness, that's his path. Glory's mine.
Their path of bourbon.
There is not another rune that says the path of bourbon, but the path to where you're going becomes immediately clear after these 2 runes point you in the direction you need to be going. And you eventually make your way to a tall granite cliff face. Rises at least 500, 600 feet in the air, looms overhead.
Oh.
And in front of
Quite
you,
a cliff.
you see an 8-foot tall, solid metal door with a seam running down the middle.
Oh.
And you see an intricate stone frame that depicts 2 round stone towers at each side.
Ooh, we're getting ready for a party of 31.
Oh wow! Hey! Lawful Stupid! Thank you guys!
And Lawful Stupid is not stupid at all. If you're any of our regular BlueBox folks, make sure you follow them. Great folks over there at Lawful Stupid. Their games are awesome, and they're good friends of ours. So
Well,
thank you so much.
thank you for writing us.
So you see this big metal door with these 2 what look like stone towers that have been etched into the stone and its edges that meet up in the top to a what looks to be a 2 to 3 a round opening that goes back a couple feet into darkness.
Oh, I go for knock. Yahoo!
You knock and your knuckles hurt very badly. Whatever this metal is very
Move out of the way, Miss Sally.
This. Miss Sally.
Oh wait, sorry.
Daisy.
Bell. I take back what I said. Emblazoned in the center of the door are 2 crossed lightning bolts that are stitched with a stitched ball in the center. You know this to be the symbol of the Valgard Bolts, the team that you were a part of those many years ago.
Volga.
Around the symbol, written in Halfling, which you speak fluently,
I do.
it says, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." Which is what your coach used to tell you
Old friend
all the
Wayne.
time. And as you go to knock on the symbol, from this hole in the top of the door, a rubber ball shoots you in the face.
Oh! Ma!
Can you make a dexterity saving throw?
Hopefully. Oh dear, 7.
Add your dexterity saving throw
9.
modifier. As a barbarian, you get advantage on dex saves because you are always aware that something bad can happen. So roll again.
Oh. Come on, baby. Oh, much better, 17.
You successfully
15.
dodge out of the way
Plus 2.
as it bounces on the ground next to you and then lands and then
You tried, but you
disin-
failed,
the ball
dog.
disintegrates into ash and you hear something click in that door above it.
Step aside. It's time for the champion to show what I can do. And I pull out Balmer's bat.
He pulls out this what looks like a cricket bat.
Would you knock on that again and then step out of the way very quickly?
Okay. Yoo-hoo!
I kinda,
And I ducked out of the way.
All right.
Waiting for it.
So make an attack roll. Adding the +1 from your Balmer's bat and then your dexterity modifier because it's a finesse weapon plus your proficiency bonus. So I think you're gonna add like 9 or something.
Yeah.
What is your-
I got a +3 on dex.
Tell me.
There you go. Whoops, there we go.
Your dexterity is 4, so 7. So you're gonna add 8 to whatever you roll.
Yep. And I get +2 on momentum, +1 because of
Easy.
Oh yeah.
Easy. You hit this thing and you redirect it. Where are you hitting it toward?
So
Depicted on the two sides
Yeah,
of this
tell me
wall,
what I
you
see
know
again.
are siege towers. These are the goalposts
then
of a game
yes,
of
I'm
siege
gonna
ball.
pop it up toward whatever I think would be the best target on the siege tower on the left.
It hits one, and that tower glows for a second, and then it vanishes as the ball hits the ground and turns into ash.
Well, that did something interesting.
Simple games for me. If you will knock that door again, I will do it again on the other side.
I'm
So
gonna pop my parasol pink, so I don't get hit with a ball. And yoo-hoo!
Ooh, roll another attack roll for me.
Oops. That'd be a 6, 8, so that'd be a 14.
Still enough. Do you go toward the other tower
Yeah,
this time?
other tower, huh?
And that tower lights up for a second and then disappears and the ball turns to ash.
Oh,
The door still doesn't
lovely.
open.
Ah,
But you get
I've
the
had
feeling
enough.
that you're on the right track.
I walk up to the door. I just punch it.
Make an attack roll.
Oh, Burley!
18!
Burley Barb!
Plus,
So
Roll your
funny.
D6 plus strength,
D6.
because that's what
Early,
your
perhaps
punches
if you
do.
strike it with your stomach, it will do something. If you like the
10.
bulk of the ball.
You take 2 damage as you do nothing to the door and learn instantly that this door is made of solid adamantine,
What do you need,
which is the
sir?
strongest metal
A
on the planet.
pen.
Oh, a
pencil.
pen. Here you go.
Your knuckles bleed a little bit, but
I can confirm this is made of adamantine metal. I do not suggest unarmed striking it.
I could tell that by looking at it. Why do you strike it with your knuckles? This is.
Because things have been illusionizing, and I didn't know if it
El
was.
Soro, why don't you make another intelligence check
Perhaps,
for me? So
Zorro,
roll a d20.
Can you use your you have a sharp blade? Perhaps you can just slice the door.
Oh, can I use my parasol to stick
15.
into the door?
There is no visible, other than a slight crack in
Is
the
that
middle that
Arcana?
looks perfectly
16.
welded together. The door seems
But what about the
unsuccessful.
lightning
16.
bolts?
The lightning bolt is just, it's embossed on the surface of the door. It's just sort of a design that was put onto it. What did you roll?
16.
You get the feeling that if he and another player, so 2 people, were to bounce the siege ball off of each other and hit both towers at the same time, that's probably what it would do.
Because
Because
the towers were gone.
no, the towers lit up.
Lit up.
Lit up.
And
but
then
the ball
the light
disappeared.
diminished.
The ball disappeared,
disintegrated.
not the tower.
So the tower lit up for what seemed like enough time to hit both in quick succession. So you get the feeling that if one of you guys helped Johan to do this, and you can use any of your weapons, you don't have to have a bat to hit a siege ball, then
Yeah,
this
but
might
it's
do the
much
goal.
better style if you have that.
Well, of course.
Take out my hammer.
What if he didn't say anything?
Oh.
Yes, and now you can tell
No,
people
that's
this
what
if you
have to
want,
tell
but
them.
you can just say that I tell them the thing if you want.
Tell them the thing.
I tell them the thing.
Because this is knowledge only your character
Yeah,
knows.
so you tell them what he just told you to hit the balls at the same time. on the towers?
I think we should hit the balls in the same time on the towers.
He said balls.
Guy. This is who you tune in for 3 times a week.
In the presence of a lady, sir.
Johan, I didn't
He
like you at first.
misunderstand. I say,
you
I
grew a
think you
little
should hit it with balls in the same time.
I take out my hammer.
All right. So are you going to hit it toward your tower, reverb it towards him?
Yeah, exactly.
So if we hit it with balls at the same time,
All right.
do I need to knock twice?
No.
No,
You get the feeling that one ball hit on both.
Oh, okay.
we do not need 2 balls here.
Just one.
You don't have any balls.
All the
You don't have any
That's the
balls.
trick. You really only need one. All right. We'll run past it. No. All right. So make your attack roll as she knocks on the door. One last attack roll. Both of you are going to make an attack roll. So John, make an attack roll, and Jordan, make an attack roll.
Oh, step aside, ladies. Watch the real men do their work.
18 on the
Easy.
die.
You bink,
17.
bounce it off. You bink, bounce it off, and both towers
Oh, I don't
And the
need to
door
know.
opens up.
Bravo,
And you see fog
bravo.
instantly fills
I twirl
the ground
back.
where you're at.
I still have it, do I not? Huh? Yes.
As the doors crash into the wall at the edges, you smell rotting and death wafting on the air, as well as curing leather and other alchemical substances. Your nose is burned at the smell.
Garrick, you're not smelling well, my
Bourbon.
friend.
Within the entrance hallway hang numerous banners. The first few are enemy teams of the Bolts. But as you walk further down the hall, the banners become more and more unknown to you. Why doesn't everybody give me a history check? So this is an intelligence skill.
Just roll.
You're gonna roll a d20 and add your history modifier.
I rolled a nat 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know every one of these teams because you play a lot. You like to
Wow.
follow Siege Ball.
Oh,
What did you
I
roll?
don't know the rules, but I do know these teams. Can I list them off?
I do not have that prepared.
Oh,
You
okay.
can make some stuff up
Okay.
if you want.
We have the Cruddy Cougars
Cool.
to the right.
I'm writing these down.
Okay, to the left, we have the Dainty Damsels.
Oh, that's for me.
Are you sure you're reading these right?
No, but I think.
Yeah, a lot of them are in languages you just don't know.
I think he's just guessing at this point.
And you see, as the banners move on, they get more and more tattered, and some are even spattered with blood or torn and ripped almost in half.
Oh dear, this is looking ominous.
Until you make your way into a square chamber that is met with you at 45s. And, yes, the hallway breaks into a larger chamber. Etched into the ground is a symbol of a rotting fist clenching a flat bat that you notice. Each finger on this fist looks like it's from a different creature of some kind. Like you see a scaly, almost lizardy finger. You see an undead sort of finger. You see a tentacle on one. And the hand looks to be made of this like chimeric, a different creature on every finger holding this bat. And you get the feeling that whatever his team logo is, this is it.
Oh,
You see
I'd rather play the dainty dance.
These are the crazy chimeras.
on angled walls around the room are numerous shelves with golden, silver, and platinum trophies and medals lit by floating green orbs of light. Above the shelves are heads of numerous mythical beasts, such as a troll, a green dragon, an owlbear, an illithid, as well as a beholder eye, an otiug tentacle, and a Tarask tooth.
What?
You see all of these things, these massive trophies.
We recognize a Tarask tooth?
Yes, because you have heard stories of these massive beasts, and you see the telltale hooks on its tooth to know.
Can I?
That is exactly
Can I detect
what it
magic?
is.
Y'all turned heads like simultaneously, like all of y'all. Oh my! I saw that. Okay. Can I do detect magic on the?
Do you have the ability to detect magic?
Doesn't it? Do we not all?
No. You can make an Arcana check, but
Oh, I'll make an
detect magic
Arcana.
is a spell.
Okay, I'll make an Arcana check on the trophies.
Okay. Yeah, roll for it. If anyone wants
19.
to, anyone can help him to give him advantage.
19 plus 1 is 20.
If anyone wants to help
Dude,
out,
I'm
you can roll.
rolling these crazy.
He's good.
He's good. So nothing in here is magical. There's no latent magic in any of the heads. It's all just these are trophies that this
I
guy
go up
has
to the
won.
trophy, the platinum one, and I take it.
Okay, yeah. Nothing moves. You can totally take the platinum trophy.
Can I
You've
make
got this like two-pronged cupped platinum trophy that is probably worth a lot of money.
You see him take his bourbon.
Yeah, it's got the Cruddy Cougars written on the bottom of it.
He pours a little bit of his bourbon in there. I can carry much more in this. I think it'll do.
You go for it.
I am.
All right.
But this could be worth a lot of money, so I take another one. I carry two and wrap them around my
I
belt.
think you're gonna make somebody really angry with that.
So the room does continue on. There's an opening at the opposite side from where you entered that would continue on into what looks like a tea hallway.
I'm gonna search the room for anything else that I might not see.
Give me an investigation check.
Oh, me too.
Sure.
I'm very curious. 17?
That'd be a 14 for me.
Did you add your modifier to that?
Oh. What's my, where?
Investigation is an
Investigation would be
intelligence skill.
Oh.
I've been rolling so good.
So 18.
There's really, it looks like this is just this guy's trophy room. And it's obviously, when he walks in, this is what he sees. And actually, as you guys are sort of standing around, you hear a sound come from a corner of the room. And it says, this is one of the fun things that I've prepared for this, and I'm so happy that I did this. You hear, if you fail to prepare, you're prepared to fail.
Well, that's a good statement.
This is, I've taught this for many years. You know this is true, but I like that Terrastooth. I will take it, and so I take the Terrastooth.
You take the Terrastooth? All right, go ahead and add that to your inventory. You have a Terrastooth.
How
in
big
your
is the
inventory.
trash tooth?
It's about as long as a small javelin.
It's about my size.
Yeah, it's about you size. It's about dwarf
Well, where are
height.
you gonna put that thing?
I will keep it in my back packing thingamajig I have for now, but they will go in my trophy room at home.
Which, for some odd reason, holds lots of random-sized objects, similar to
Wow.
video game logic. We're not worried about that. It's a one-shot. He can hold the trash
Okay.
if he needs
It will
to.
go in my room at home, my trophy room.
So continuing on,
Oh.
which way do you guys go down this T hallway, left or right? And is anybody wanting to look for traps? Just a thought.
Well, I'm always looking for traps.
I don't ever look for traps. If it's my time to go, it's my time.
6. 7.
I mean, this hallway is very foggy. There's this low fog that hits you at about chest height. You're at
Remind
about
me, your
chin
class
height.
is what? You're a what?
Druid.
Druid, and you're a
He's a rogue.
rogue.
Oh, he'd be. You roll.
Sorrow, I think you should
Yes.
look for the traps.
El Zorro.
Oh,
Oh, he's got a 1.
Oh!
you fumbled.
Well, yeah, neither of you
They
guys
just
can make
lost
heads or
an
tails of
apple.
this place. The fog in here makes it very difficult to see anything below about waist height. Like I said, for you, you're at about neck height in this fog because you're a dwarf.
Well, it says I have squat nimbleness.
That just makes you quicker. It doesn't make you any taller.
No, can I sink lower beneath the fog?
You could, and become. It would be even harder
One
to
with
see.
the fog.
You could become one with the fog and maybe run into a wall. It's a risk if you're willing to take it.
I check for traps on the floor.
Why don't you make a perception check for me?
19.
You hear
Hey.
sort of a clanging sound of metallic instruments coming from down the hallway to the right. But other than that, you can't make out the sound of anything that might be hostile moving around in here. You don't get the feeling, moving your feet around, that there's necessarily any
Johan,
buttons or traps.
Yeah.
I think instruments are stupid, but
Well, like,
I do hear.
isn't it like a marimba?
I know. I'm like just being dumb.
No, I love
but I hear some clanging. I don't know if it has a beat, but it could be something.
I have known you for a while, my friend. You would not know a beat if it hit you in the head, but I hear it. Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
you do.
And that was down the right, by the way.
Oh, that's down to the right. I think.
Which way do you guys go? Left or right?
Should we go towards the music or to the left, Zorro?
I I have a feeling that Wendy perhaps will make the right choice here. What say you?
Towards the music.
Toward the music we go then.
All right.
To the right.
Not music. I know that Jordan's pretty serious with that, but I love it. As you work your way down this dark and foggy hallway, you see a few more of those floating green lamps in the distance, just that you can barely make out through that fog.
I know this song.
And as you peer forward, the fog seems to settle towards your ankles, kind of clearing up in this room. Lining the south wall of this chamber are a shelf upon shelf of glass jars of all shapes and sizes, filled with various liquids, each containing some kind of body part. It's hard to tell from this distance what exactly they are, but the smell of embalming fluid burns your nostrils, even from this distance. On the north wall, you see a working table. Sitting on a tall bar stool chair is a gnome with wild, spiky red hair that appears to be burned away in patches, with an extremely large set of goggles set atop his head. His back is to you, and he has obviously not noticed your approach, because he is busy. He looks like he's packing things up. In the middle, between him and you, is a 10-foot by 8-foot table with a handsaw on it, and it looks to be pockmarked with acid burns and blood stains and claw marks across it. And you see a couple drainage tunnels on the ground that lead to a corner where these liquids from the table would go down and drain into. And near the corner of the room, by his working table, is what looks to be a mannequin made of dark, ominous wood, holding a broken haft of a sword and patches of this horrible-looking gnarled iron armor.
I don't know about y'all, but something about...
Why don't you make a stealth check for me after doing
Dang it.
As soon as she said, I put a
that? Take advantage on it. He's helping you out.
No.
Take advantage.
So roll it again.
Thank you.
Like, as soon as I
Add your stealth modifier. It's a dexterity skill.
Oh, crap.
Thank you, Patrick, so much. Oh, 1,000 cheer. Thank you so much.
Stealth.
So you investigate further. You like go up to the
Where's stealth?
couple.
Dexterity. So the second one.
Just turn into a cat. Go look further.
You see this little gnomish guy perk up for a second. He
Oh,
goes,
no. Oh, hey, hello, cutie pie.
Oh, it's-
How are
hi,
you? And I have my
hi,
parasol.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I'm Raslin. Garrick said you guys would be coming. Hi. Hi.
I'm watching what he's putting in his bag.
He looks to be putting away,
Stop what you're doing now.
Bottles
Show
and-
me what's in
Can
the
I
bag.
see what you have?
I don't mean any harm.
Give me your bag, sir. Just give me your bag. You're so cute.
Roll persuasion?
You're doing better than me at this. Well done. I'm gonna get-
Maybe intimidation if you're feeling that.
Oh no, I'm gonna do persuasion. Oh, I have an advantage I could have used. 12.
Charisma.
You only gave me a +1. I deserve more than that. 13.
I made you one of the best fighters in this dang group. All right, so you shut your mouth. All right.
What did you say, 10
All right. Okay. I can stop. It's all right.
Okay,
We don't need to.
Well, you little cutie pie, give me your bag.
He is not cute. He's awfully weird.
Burly Burby.
But I kind of like it.
Burly Burby.
I mean, I am a little.
Yeah, just hand it over, cutie pie. Hey, Munchkin. Just hand it. Oh, thank you.
He sort of backs away onto his table.
Wait.
Sitting there.
Ransom.
Raslin?
Raslin. His name is Raslin.
Raslin, Dr.
Raisin.
Dr. Raslin Aniston.
Hello, Mr.
Please, Dr. Raslin.
Daisy, can I talk to Raisin?
I went to school for long enough to earn that title.
Raslin.
Appreciate if you used it.
I look inside I start just peeking inside the
You
bag.
find lots of various random fluids, acids, embalming fluids, alcohols,
No. This is
a couple odd alchemical experiments that you
Darling.
probably don't want to.
Is there any bourbon?
I don't think so.
It's all grain alcohol. It's extremely high potency,
What
but
are you
it's not like
doing with
flavored.
all this anyway.
What was I doing?
I mean, don't you want to work with stuff that you like? I mean,
Oh,
what is this stuff?
I work with stuff I like every day.
Oh, I'm
This is
sure-
my passion.
Oh, Razzie.
Did you make those rubber balls?
What?
Never mind.
Oh, don't bother Razzle Dazzle. Razzle. Thank you.
Listen,
Well,
Garrick's told me.
Garrick's?
Garrick's told me.
Oh, you're working with
Garrick's
Garrick's.
told me that when you guys came in, you were. He said you would come here because I'm here and you wanted to know stuff about it. But if you go down the other way, the entrance into the arena is over there.
I do a
You also
insight
do
check.
see two other doors in this room.
I
that lead to
say
other
I do an
places.
insight check on if he's lying or not.
Yeah, go ahead.
17.
This looks like the most cowardly being you've ever met. He has no reason to lie.
Raslin.
Yeah? Dr. Raslin?
Dr. Raslin.
Thank
That
you.
is right. You
Earned that.
you earned that. Yes.
Medical school is difficult.
Yes. School. Oh, I've never been there, but yes, it is good.
I can tell. What?
Dr. Raslin. What?
Do you have a question, or are you just sort of speaking?
Yes, I think you could use an adventure yourself. And
Oh, I've got all the adventure I need right here. I've created something glorious.
Oh.
for us?
Yes.
Can you tell me about it?
You'll meet him,
Oh, him? What are you talking about, Razzle?
my master,
Who's, oh,
I run up to
and
him.
my greatest work.
I run up to him.
Oh, no.
And I grab him.
You grab Raslin?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's no. I'm not gonna make you make a check for that. The man's like, you have way too much strength. You absolutely pick him up by his
Okay.
collar.
What do you mean you have made him and he is your master? How can both things be true?
Well, you've all met Garrick's, haven't you?
yes. Well, kind of, his ghost.
There was the real Garrick's, and then there was this, not.
Oh,
not
that's
real
right.
Garrick's.
His magics. He likes to fake the way he looks. He is glorious now.
Okay, now I'm not liking Razzle.
I say to Raslin, you are no doctor.
What
I don't
do
know
you
what you are,
I
but
know.
I kind of want to kill you.
I kind of do too.
Please, I mean you no harm. I
Don't
only
let
did
him
my
go.
work. Garrick's found me. He
Well,
knew that I
what
was
are
the
you
best at
planning?
what I
What
did.
did you plan?
I didn't plan it. It's all Garrick's.
You
he
are
did this
starting
because
to
of
make
Johan.
me
Well, if you
angry,
ever want
Mr.
to have
Razzle.
another creation, I suggest you tell me everything about this place that you know, or
Okay.
I'll punch you in the
There we
nads.
go.
The room over here. Make an intimidation check,
Is there what is in this bag? And is there anything
and
that
do
can
it with
help us?
advantage because everyone else is being extremely intimidating.
12.
That's the way 5e works, and that's how I run it. 12 with your intimidation modifier?
Yeah.
All right. I can tell you a couple things. The way you guys are going to head to go into the arena, that's where we keep the zombies.
Oh, fun.
The raised, the old siege ball heroes. He needs the best players if he's going to win all the games.
He's cheating.
Well, he's a necromancer. What are you going to do?
This makes no sense.
But
The
Johan
zombies-
is right here.
The zombies, they move very slowly. They are not good siege ball players. This makes no sense.
I mean, you've never met Unane Boltfoot. He's one of the quickest there ever was.
And he's a zombie?
Oh, he's been dead for a while. I mean, plus, I mean, even if some of them are currently alive, he would have to kill them,
Razzle.
bring them back under his
Anything in
control.
this bag?
Raslin, Dr. Raslin.
Razzle is what I will call you, and Razzle is
All right,
what
okay,
you
all right.
will be.
No, we're good. It's
Okay.
just various embalming fluids, alcohols,
Any-
acids, things to do my job.
Acid does not help to defeat zombies.
I'm
I don't know, Razzle. Do not laugh at me. You?
certain it might do something. You see the acids are in vials about that big.
Yes, will they help? Like bullet acids.
You can clearly dissolve a toe or something off a zombie. Yes.
If you put it in their brain. Or in
Anyways.
their heads. I know they don't have brains.
Also down the other way is Garrick's entrance to the arena. That's the home field entrance, and it's locked.
Well,
But if you
El
go around the
Zorro,
corner,
let's go that
if you
way.
go around the corner, there's his training room. Maybe there's something in there for you.
So nothing in this
And he
bag.
points in this room behind the door behind him. And he says, "And that's my master's room I'm not allowed
What
in there, and
have
it's
you
always
made?
locked.
What have you done with him? You've made something. You said your greatest creation, which is now your mouth. What is that? Tell us now, or I will just simply rip your eyeballs out of your head.
You don't have to ask twice. I will tell you everything. I call him the Patchwork Knight. He's my greatest creation. But it was Garrix's idea. It was simply my hands were tools to create him. He had the ideas, but I was the brilliant behind it that made it work.
So we got Patchy to deal with.
Sounds like you were pimped.
That makes no sense.
Imagine if you could
He had the ideas, but you were the brilliant. That makes no sense.
He had this idea. Imagine if you could take a piece of the strongest creatures in creation
El Zorro!
and apply them to your own body, grafting yourself in with the brain of an illithid or
This is how I was born.
Or the scale of a
I was born
Tarrasque.
with these blessings.
Oh, El Zorro
You would be unstoppable.
has a sword, and he's going to rip every steam out of your Patchy.
I would love to see him try. No offense.
El Zorro, take out your sword.
I'm certain you're very good with it, but
Yes.
It's not a sword, it's a machete.
Oh, a machete. Okay.
which functions as a rapier for everyone. But it's
A rapier. Take out your rapier.
Did you get paid at least?
I find joy in my work.
Oh, you are so lame. You got no gold?
We keep no gold here other than the trophies in the entrance hall.
Oh,
We have no need for it.
Oh yeah, I show him
Respect
one.
him. He just does it for the joy of it, right?
That's what it's about. Passion in my work.
So,
That's what my mother taught me.
oh, well.
This makes all the sense. You are.
I'm sure
not a
she would be
boy.
very proud of me.
Yeah, you love your mama.
Well, yeah. Who doesn't?
Yes. I'm sure she was very good to you.
I didn't have a mom.
Well, anyways,
We know that, Burley.
I need to.
You see him drop his
I
head.
need
I'm
to.
sorry.
I need to go.
I give Burley a big hug.
I need to
It's
go. The
okay,
game's gonna start soon,
sweetheart.
and I want to see him work.
Oh, you want
His
to
last
see?
game.
Oh, Patchy.
But how do you
Which
know
one?
this is the last game?
This is the last one he's been waiting for.
Oh dear.
This is what it's been all about.
Well, I want to go punch some zombies, so I start walking down the hall.
So, do you head toward the training room, up further in toward?
Yeah, I go to the training room.
Or do you
first.
go back toward where your entrance is into the games?
What?
I go to the
Zombies
training room
account.
first.
What do we do with Razzie?
Just let him be.
Let's
He's
kill him.
harmless.
Let him be.
Does he control
Go
Pat?
ahead.
What does he do?
Let's kill him.
Go ahead.
I think he deserves it.
I don't. No. Again, none of this is my idea. It was Garrick's. I didn't have. I simply made it
I
work.
think he's lying.
I didn't. No.
Machete, machete.
Make a attack roll. Roll an attack. So take your d20.
Yeah.
Jordan, help him out.
2.
Oh, you had your.
Okay.
Hey, he's.
I mean, he's stationary. He's cowardly.
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh, wait,
They
he
get
is
this
grappled,
advan-
so roll with advantage.
Yeah,
because
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, I'm holding him. So
Oh yeah. Oh. I'd be
3.
add his modifier.
plus. Where's the modifier on these things?
You need a new die.
Rapier. It's in the middle.
Oh
the middle of the
yeah. 10.
I mean, yeah. And with your sneak attack modifier, I'm not. If you want to roll damage, you can, but you slice the man's head clean off his shoulders, and it falls to the floor.
Oh.
Oh.
take- Oh wow.
I guess not.
And now you're holding a
It's
lifeless
Zorro.
corpse in your hands.
I pick up his head. Well, that's 3 trophies I've collected.
Well, no, wait a minute. Give it to him. He took.
You don't
cut
want
it
this.
off.
Actually, I don't want it either.
You need to go get the trophy.
You're decisive, my friend.
Ah,
I like this.
very.
Yes.
Very. You just
So
wrapped
do you guys
his
head to the
head
training
clean
room?
off.
You think toward the training grounds, or you think the other way?
Why did we kill him?
I can't even remember.
Apparently the whim of
Right.
He was annoying.
I think he was annoying, poor El Zorro. El Zorro was not gonna take it anymore.
Alright, I start walking into the training room.
Okay.
Before I walk in, I check for traps.
Great, roll an investigation.
I'm gonna keep searching this room while he does that.
Cool.
I'm not leaving yet.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
That was a solid 3.
Investigation would be a total of 7 for me on this one.
Okay. I'm gonna give you. Roll a D4, but call it a D2. Does that make sense?
Yep. That would be a 1.
All right. You see very obviously a piece of a dragon's neck that looks like it has a large incision in a very big glass jar. It looks like it has an incision along the neck where looks like something had been removed from the neck area. You can make a medicine check if you want to make further info
I
about
think
that.
I pretty much have a good idea already, but I will anyway. That'd be a 7.
I mean, like you said, you kind of
Yeah.
whatever breath weapon gland lives in the dragon's neck there has probably been removed. So that gives you maybe an
So
idea of something
this
like
is
Garrett's.
part of what the patchwork means. He's taken pieces of these creatures and put it in the night. The dragon, what color scales are they?
Green.
There is, if I know my lore quite well, probably acid now is in this night.
Let me actually double check that just to be sure. Yeah, it's green. You make your way into the training room. Inside, you see multiple target dummies of varying sizes, each with a lifelike depiction of Johann's head attached to the top of them. Each dummy appears well torn, but especially the more human-sized one. There also appears to be large amounts of circular stone rubble and a few decimated stone columns in the center of the room that don't appear to be holding up the ceiling. There are a few sets of wooden bats and padded leather armor. Otherwise, nothing else much of note, but you do hear... You hear... The only person who can stop you from reaching your goals is you. From a sound in one of the corners of the room.
I say, Johann!
Yeah?
Um,
What do you see in there?
I think it's time we had a little chat.
I come walking in.
All right. And do you guys follow into the training room as well? Or do you stay in this experiment chamber?
We follow him.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
You all enter into this,
I mean,
this
you don't have to.
large
You can
room,
stay.
and you see the telltale
No,
signs of
I don't
fallen
like
siege
to
wall
sit around.
towers. And these dummies with your head
Look,
on them.
My likeness is upon all of this. He is obsessed with me.
What?
It's very sad. What a sad little man he is.
I do. I investigate or insight on him, detecting if he's actually the one behind it all.
I love that. Roll it. Yes, please. This is good.
3.
I love. You think he might be
Johann!
in your drunken state?
What?
You're illusion. Illusion. You're an illusion. I slap him.
Yeah, you definitely touch him.
I whack him over the
No,
head
I
with
like
my
slap him.
parasol.
You go for a full hit.
No, I just like slap him.
Yeah.
Okay, so roll an attack.
Yeah, so I would clearly duck out of the way.
2.
I mean, yeah, he ducks out of the way.
I kind of like slap the hand away. What you're doing strange thing. What you're saying?
But
This
you
is-
do make physical contact.
What did you do to Garrix?
I whipped him and beat him like a little girl.
Tell the truth!
I just told you, I beat him soundly. He lost, but he was ashamed. I did steal his girl.
Can I
too.
see
This
if
was-
he's telling the
Oh,
Can I see if he's telling the
that's
truth?
That's the
But-
whole
Sure.
issue.
But these things happen. Jennifer, when she saw my
So-
skill, what
19.
she do? I was compelling to her. I don't know what to say. She just.
This is a confident man that is obviously showing off and would not
no,
be
he
lying.
stole Garrett's girl.
No, he was not. She's not his girl anymore. Was she? She came to me.
Was that Jennifer?
Yes, of course.
Uh-oh. Now we know.
You also
A man
see
scorned.
another one of the same
I
door
don't
that
know
was
the
in the
rest.
experiment chamber that he said was Garrix's room. You see another of that same exact style door
Can
in
I
this room.
check out the pillars?
Yeah. Johann will actually point out for you, those are fallen siege towers. He's been practicing siege ball in here.
It is clear he is trying to make up for lost time and glories that are no longer his because I took them from him, and it's very sad.
I go up to the next door and I kick it. Like,
Cool. Yeah, it's a big metal door. It's not the same. It's not adamantine. Let me actually. find that in my notes. You find, I mean, yeah, the door doesn't move. It's just a big metal door, so kicking it isn't going to really do anything. There are 2 handholds.
Oh!
And what appears to be a small lock underneath it, which you immediately remember to your good friend El Zorro, who is quite the thief and good at picking locks.
I say, I try to open it first. The hand, no. El Zorro!
¿Qué pasó?
I'm going back into my Theridin voice. I gotta find my my voice again. There is this is locked, and I heard you could open it.
Yes, I can. Let's open it.
I like you. Cheers, mate.
All right, can you give me an investigation check?
While he's doing that, I'm also searching the rest of the room, looking for anything else. That's
Also, give me an investigation check. And give me an Arcana check.
not good for me. That'd be a 4.
Yeah, I mean, just a lot of loose rubble, these mauled. You find some obviously padded siege ball gear,
Right.
a couple balls around, but
I look around.
nothing that seems very useful to you guys in the case you're in.
None of us?
Well, with Johan's
No,
roll.
plus
Oh,
4.
can I look?
23.
Got an 8.
You got an 8 on your
Oh
Arcana.
my.
He did 23.
You can tell that there is a mild amount of latent magic on the door in some way. And with your 23, you know for sure, not only is this door locked, it is arcanely locked. So there is a magical lock placed upon the door, as well as some sort of trap. So if the door is opened by someone who doesn't have the password when they open it, or the right key, it will do some sort of thing.
I cast Dispel Magic.
Okay.
And
As you go to cast this spell, you see before your eyes, as you're sort of looking at it and making heads or tails of it, the magic just
Open it.
disappears. The door doesn't open, but the lock on the door, that magical lock, the runes in it, just sort of die down.
Good job.
This is well done, Wendy. You're skillful. I see it now.
Oh,
Finally, you're
isn't
doing
she
something.
just a peach?
But it is still physically locked, so you will have
Pick
to
the
do some
lock.
sort of lock
Still?
picking
Pick it.
to open it.
Come on,
I know
El
you're good at that,
Zorro,
El
you can
Zorro.
do it. El Zorro.
If not, do you know how to pick a lock? Mm-hmm. Pick it.
So roll your d20, add your dexterity and your proficiency.
12.
So his proficiency is +3. What's his dexterity modifier?
So 19.
19. You take out your thieves' tools. You get a crossbar and you get your pick in there and you start poking at the tumblers and you finally get to the last one. It's giving you a little bit of trouble and chink, you unlock the door, and the door swings open just a couple inches for you.
What teamwork?
This is well done.
Very good, El Zorro.
As you open the door to this room, a warm steam escapes the cracked door and is greeted by the pungent odor of salty water and fish. Sitting in the center of this pitch black chamber, which the two of you, there have been green light, actually the three of you, you're all humans. The two of you are seeing fine because you have dark vision. There have been these green lights that have been hanging around ever so
Right,
often.
right.
This room has none. You cannot see a thing in here unless someone puts up some light, which you have a couple light spells available to you. You have a cantrip called Produce
Yeah.
Flame, but you also have a spell, a
Do-
third level spell, which maybe you don't want to burn right now, called Daylight. But Produce Flame might give a couple, so you, a little mote of flame appears in your hands, and you all can now suddenly see the large bath that appears to be made of this pitch black, almost obsidian rock that appears to be filled with some sort of warm water. You can see steam sort of rising up over it. And since you cast the light and the two of you could see already, both of you make perception checks for me. So that's a wisdom skill. Roll your d20.
18
13.
plus, so 20.
You both notice little moving fish inside of this small bath pond in the middle. And you also both, all of you, notice a desk on the north wall, as well as a few shadowy figures on the far east wall that you can't really make out.
Can
from
I
this
try to grab one of
distance.
the fish?
Yeah, as you walk up to the pool, roll a dexterity check for me. And I'm gonna roll. You guys hear as you are entering into the room, if something stands between you and your success, move it. Never be denied.
14.
Yeah, you snatch up one of these fish. It's this small looking, almost a little bit, probably double the size of a minnow. But you don't really know what it is.
I smell it.
Now you can make a nature check.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know a lot about animals.
Just roll d20 and say, make a nature check. 13 plus... So 13 plus 4.
17.
You know those fish that will eat the calluses off of your feet? It's one of those.
Wonderful. I put both my feet.
And now that the room is a bit more lit,
Well, she has to tell you that.
Oh. What are they?
Put your feet in. Find out.
What's much more dangerous?
They'll clean your feet for you. They'll eat things off your feet.
I've had these before. These are wonderful, especially I walk around barefoot. I put my feet in.
yeah, instantly like 20 or 30 of these guys come up and just start nibbling away at your feet.
Birdie
Yes.
has a soft side.
I'm soft.
I see.
Johan, with the light, you look around and you see
Kinda kill him with his stinky
numerous
feet.
knickknacks, including a wall mount where an intricately made lute and flute sit, under which is a well-crafted mahogany desk with a wooden board against the wall, tacked into which are documents familiar to you. There's a written application for entry into the Bardic College of Oration and Musical Practice in Valgard, with your name signed on the bottom of it. You also see a love letter to your sweetheart Yennefer that you first wrote to her. You see the letter that you wrote to the Adventuring Guild to hire these 4 adventurers about a year ago, and details about taxes and various other things occurring with trade around Brigand's Bottom. Make an investigation check for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over there, start rifling through those papers, that desk. He seems to be obsessed with me.
If anyone wants to help Johan do this, I will give him advantage in doing so.
I love looking through stuff.
Alright, so total on investigation would be a
Ooh, give me a 9.
You find lots of
20.
various, well, if you're helping someone, you don't do
Tell me,
anything,
so
you
I
just
got
give
the
him
advantage.
advantage.
help me though, because my
but
control was bad.
You also rolled well enough to get this too. You find lots of various other paperworks and things that are like signing up for siege ball tournaments and paperwork for setting up a team and making sure that everyone's going to play fairly and rules and contracts to make sure that Garrix, every time he signs them, plays the game fairly.
What? This
And you also find this.
makes no sense. I don't.
And you instantly know what that is. That is a performance-enhancing drug called Jax that a lot of siege ball players get in trouble for using. But
And
obviously
this is in
Garrix
the
has...
desk?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but obviously Garrix has no problem using.
Well, this does not surprise me. I knew he did such things before, but why does he have my document, like my letters to Yennefer? This makes no sense to me. Why does he have these things for me?
I think he's stealing from you.
But how?
Well, you didn't have the letter. Yennefer had that letter. And he has Yennefer right now. With your investigation check, you piece together that it's probably he was finding the right people to target, to get to you, to make you come out.
I'm gonna walk over and I'm gonna pull the instruments off the wall.
You have a very nice, intricate lute and flute. And the 3 of you, who kind of aren't looking at this desk right now, you see in the corner of the room are 3 mannequins that you thought were people standing in the corner of the room. The first is about 5'8" and wearing a set of padded leathers that have been upgraded with small steel plates at the elbows, shoulders, knees, and a steel helmet with fur lining. Anybody who wears leather armor, which I believe is the 2 of you, this is an upgraded version of leather armor. It'll give you 1 extra AC if you want to steal it and put that on. So the 2 of you can decide amongst you.
Yes.
The second is obviously taller and broader, standing about 6'5". It wears a rough and beaten looking dark steel helmet with no padding and a set of plate armor that appears to be bowed at every joint and dented all over. Tucked underneath it is a shiny, brand new looking greenish shirt of chainmail. And you both make an Arcana check for me. So that's an intelligence skill, so roll your d20. and add your Arcana, which is under Intelligence. Should be the first one.
16.
Okay. Zoro?
And 1 is 9, right?
Yep.
9.
You know this to be a elven chainmail shirt, or mithril. This is extremely high quality, rare stuff that you can wear underneath and accompanying with any sort of armor. It'll increase your AC by 2. So this is stuff that you guys can distribute out amongst yourselves. So you now have this chainmail, elven chainmail shirt, and upgraded leather armor, if anybody wants to grab that. And before you do, just say that, the last mannequin stands at almost 8'9" and wears nothing.
I kick him down.
All right?
Does anything fall off him?
Oh, he's
No.
a bit immodest.
Oh,
Kick him down.
I did. I give him the upgraded leather armor.
All right. So your AC, so look at your character sheet right at the top. There
Yeah,
should be
it's
a
gonna
little
be
shield.
17 now.
Increase that by 1.
I say, who should have the mithril?
Oh, me.
I think it should be given to the lady, yes.
I like to be lightly armored so as not to bother.
Thank you for
and
the
not
follow.
be cumbersome so I can wear my dainty dresses.
I give the mithril to her.
And you, both of you, because you both have unarmored defense, wearing this will not cancel out unarmored defense.
Well,
You just have different types of unarmored defense.
this couldn't fit me though, could it?
No, yeah. It'll absolutely fit. It'll actually, as you wear it, it'll fit to your body as you put it on.
Oh, I say, actually, on another thought,
Sorry for you.
You're taking it back?
this has my name on it.
I don't think so.
Yeah, my
No.
name was Mithril. That was my real name.
I think you're lying.
All right. I'm writing that down.
No, you're lying.
My real name was Mithril.
All right, well, I'm gonna take.
I put it on.
It's a good dwarven name.
I'll see if he's lying.
Okay.
So it's insight, so you're...
I can't.
Wisdom.
Oh, 18.
I don't know. Are you lying?
Yes.
Okay, he's lying. I'm now erasing that from my.
Well, not technically lying because I don't remember my name. So
You're just making stuff.
Yeah.
Burley
you're
Bourbon. I can't believe it. You gave me a gift. You took it back. You're lying about your name. Your name is Burley Bourbon.
no, that is the name people gave me because I drink
It's not
bourbon
real. It is not
and then I
mithril.
smack them. I put on the
It's
Mithril.
called the mithril.
All right. Add 2 to your AC.
Now you leave me defenseless, a poor lady. You
I
are
do
no
not find this-
gentleman.
I do not think this is the right choice. What you have done here seems to me to be wrong.
You
Go
are no,
on.
you are no gentleman, sir, and my blood is starting to boil.
Well,
I love this character.
if you get angry enough, I heard there were zombies down the hall.
Well, you're getting me there. You are.
And with your dwarven knowledge of carved halls, that's the last place you haven't been so far.
I start heading that way.
All right.
Well, where are you going now? You like just saunter off now that you got your mithril. You think you're just so defended and you don't need anybody. Oh, there he goes. Where are you going, Burby?
Well, I'm not all over Garrick's.
Well, I'm glad you're not all over Garrick's.
You were.
What? What are you accusing me of? Sir, what?
I saw you in there.
God's great earth are you accusing me of? Sir,
I saw.
you do not talk to a lady like that.
I
I whipped
saw-
out my parasol. Whoa!
Yeah.
Say it again,
And
sir.
this parasol carries authority with it.
Say it again, sir.
I say, I saw you in Garrick's. The way you looked at each other.
Why are you doing this? Oh, he's doing this on purpose. You are doing it when the zombies are here, or I'm gonna do something to you, Burby. Burb.
I said, let's go down the hallway. That's where I was walking.
Well, why are you accusing me? Take it back.
Were you not aroused by Garrick's?
I do not like your tone. I think you are
Sir!
awry, my friend.
Talk!
Be careful with what you say.
I will not even talk in your direction because of
You're
what
not attracted to Garrix.
Oh, well, I did think he was a little bit flamboyant and a little handsome, but that doesn't mean I did anything with him.
I didn't say that.
You said I was all over him.
With your eyes.
Gary was he's not handsome. He's clearly a loser type. He's not, no. That's,
Daisy Belle Beauregard thought he was a little handsome. But then, when I saw he made everything up and he's a scandalous fella, now that whatever I thought was handsome has now just been diminished. It's no longer.
Sora, while they're arguing, you are sort of looking around the rest of the room, and you find opposite of the door that you came in is a just sort of open archway that leads into a tunnel that looks to be about maybe 9 feet tall. And it seems to head in the direction towards the entrance where you guys entered into this place.
And then?
I say I'm going to the zombies.
Well, where are we going?
With me.
Wait. What was on the other entrance?
I don't know.
Wait, Zora, what did you see? Tell us.
I didn't see anything yet.
Oh,
We're gonna be here all night if we don't make a move. So I say we go to the zombies.
already? I think, do we need anything to fight these things?
Did he apologize to you?
I just
No,
got.
he does not apologize. Sir, you are El Zorro. You
If
are
you
a
need
gentleman and a scholar.
I don't know about the scholar, but yes, gentleman.
The scholar.
Not scholar.
Barbie, you need to apologize to me
Wait, what were we talking about?
for your scandalous words you said against me.
Yeah, you accused her.
I can't remember
I'm
my
a
own
lady.
name. What makes
I-
you think I can remember what I said?
Just apologize. Humble yourself before a lady.
Sorry, it's hard to hear you with this mithril on me.
I take out my parasol. Sir, I said apologize, please. You have degraded me as a woman, and you
speak
will.
awfully loud for a lady.
Cause you're making my blood boil. My voice changes when the blood begins to boil. You don't want to see the blood boil.
Well,
What is it
I'm not.
with the little umbrella thing? What is
Oh, wait till you see.
I'm not going to apologize for
I
something I
start
did.
flipping it.
It open and close.
I don't know
A
what it
mild
does.
breeze occurs in the room.
I don't.
The steam on the ground sort of parts around you.
very vicious, intimidating weapon. I am so frightened.
What is it? I needed to do something.
I kind of thought something better would happen.
Perhaps you can use this on the zombies too. This will clearly, they will be frightened.
This thing needs to do something better.
You can borrow my machete. God, you're not even scared at all with your umbrella.
Early. My stomach hurts from laughing. Burley, okay, let's come back down. Put my parasol. Burley, sweetie, you need to apologize to me for demeaning me and degrading me as a lady. Apologize.
Well, who are we talking about?
Oh my gosh. We are not going to any zombies until you apologize for for the horrible things you said about me.
What did I say?
Just apologize.
And so, hey,
She's
listen.
kind of crazy. Apologize so we can go. We see the zombies.
He's a simple man.
Wait, roll a persuasion check. No, I'm just.
Apologize.
I say.
Like we're going to Disneyland.
Exactly.
Let's see the zombies.
I say, Rose, I'm sorry.
Ross.
Rose?
Who's Ross?
Who's Rose?
Wait,
Roll forward, sir.
I'm bad with names. I don't even remember my own.
Sir, my name is Daisy Bell Beauregard.
Sorry, Daisy.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Now we can go see the zombies.
One of the mics is picking up a lot of static for some reason. I keep hearing it over there.
Pick your mic up. It's all the way down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Put it
might
on
be
your
weird.
shirt.
Put it on your collar.
Okay.
Rather than on your lanyard.
All right.
Maybe that's it. All right, so you guys make your way down the hall. Coming down this hallway, the horrid stench of death and decay becomes worse and worse as you begin to hear labored breathing along with slight liquidy gargles
Oh.
and soft labored moans.
Oh dear. This does not sound
As you round the corner, you see a large iron gate that fills the hallway between you and this room, inside which you see 10 pens that look to be made to hold horses or similar animals, and you would recognize that. Visible name labels appear above them, which you can't really make out from this distance what they say. As you take a step towards the cell door into this room, one of these things notices you and slams its face into the door of this cell it's in, and it reaches its arms out toward you, but it's 6, 7, 8 feet away from you. It's helplessly doing so. And when the first one does, the other 6 in here all come out. But there's 4 that obviously don't have any zombies in them. And they're all just...
We need to kill them. There's zombie horses.
No, zombie people.
Oh,
They're like horse pens.
horse
They're
pens.
being kept in pens, these zombies. And they're reaching out.
I take my parasol and stick one in the head. Well, stick it in the head. Die.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Okay. That's terrible. 12.
Oh, you're
So we get instant replay on everything.
12, he ducks out of the way of it as he sees you coming the second time.
Well, why is a zombie so fast?
You see, as you look above his nameplate, you see the word Bairn Ruthus.
Do I
Bear.
recognize his name?
That's your mentor, right?
No, his was Barian, friggin', I wrote a whole character and forgot his name.
Barian.
Barian was his first name. You see, next to him, you see Jake Robinsegg, Mike Felipes, Louis Gerhig, Muhammar Alil,
Baseball.
Yeah, I know.
LeBaron Jacobs, Serenia Williamson, Christian Ronaldson, and Tiger in Woods.
Christian.
And you see Tiger in Woods, Mike Felipes, LeBaron Jacobs, and Christian Ronaldson are empty. All the other 6 that I named are reaching out for you.
All right, so what else do we see in here?
Oh, so wait a minute.
This is it. This appears to be sort of a locker room
Right.
for the zombies, and it's just their holding chamber. And just beyond, you see, past the other gate, because there were 2 gates into this room that both have open doors, is what appears to be some benches and a large portcullis gate that is open.
What did Mitch just gave a cheer for who?
Extort.
He said
Awesome
awesome
names.
names.
Oh, yes. So it's for you, DM.
Great.
All right, so I'll look around.
And you recognize all these as famous siege ball player names. You know all these guys. And so do you because of your
Okay.
history with
I
them.
have a question. I really want my parasol to do something.
Well, it is a maul. It deals 2d6 damage,
Yeah, like
plus your strength modifier and the
Swing it,
plus
hit
1.
with it.
Oh. Okay.
Golly,
What?
that's a lot of damage.
Yeah. Plus it has that ability on the sheet, but you only want to use that once because it does it once per day.
My friends,
Oh.
Did you read the magic item I gave you? Anyways, what was that, John?
Not yet.
we should leave these alone. They are in their cages and can do no harm. We must find who is behind this, not mess with these.
I agree. We need to go to the siege ball. Ah, I'm doing my other way. I agree. We should go to the siege ball stadium, which is just up the hall. Let's go.
All right.
And
Please.
you see Johan starts pulling on some dark black gloves. As he's walking, he slips some shoes with spikes on his feet.
You're using every magic item I gave you and not giving them to any of the party members?
Yeah, well, no, I'm a siege ball player.
Yeah, but you're all going to be playing Siege Ball.
I've done what
Do you want to maybe read out some of those magic items for us?
So basically what I put on is I have fleet cleats. Attuned to these shoes, exceptional traction to their spiked soles. My walking speed is increased by 10 feet. I can double my jumps and ignore non-magical difficult terrain. The bat you've already seen. The ring.
You don't have to talk about the ring.
Yeah.
Let's leave that one. That's a fun
All right. I have the Siege Defender's Gauge. This beautiful glove here, thick leather mitt laced with. By the way, he makes custom magic items as part of what he does at Tabletop Adventures Murfreesboro.
I'll post some of these.
And some really cool stuff. While wearing this mitt, you take half damage from siege ball hits. And you can take the block action as a bonus action.
Which you will learn about.
Once per game. Using your reaction, you can dive in the way of an ally or tower within 10 feet that's about to be hit by the siege ball. If you move more than 5 feet, you fall prone. Yeah.
And you also have a healing potion. All right, cool. You guys make your way out of this opened portcullis into this 20-foot tall arena that looks like what I mentioned earlier when you were back in town to be about dumbbell shaped. And on both sides you see these large, ominous looking stone pillars made of dark obsidian that appear to be cracked with these giantish runes all over them. And standing on their side of the field, you see some figures. Why don't I place these? Oh wait, I think I already have them. Yeah, I already have them out. You see, these are great. These are painted by Mr. Grantler. He might still be in chat.
He is. I just saw him.
These guys, along with this. And forgive the figure, there's rats all over him. He doesn't actually have rats all over him in game. But you see this monstrous, almost 9-foot tall man, and he's wearing this thick, like, it looks like it's like pierced into his skin, metal armor, and he just stands. You see this little eye stalk off the side of his head. You see his neck sort of furls out and comes back. You see one of his arms looks to be covered in scales, and his legs are, they look like they're just rippled with muscle.
Green scales?
Blue and green scales, almost snake-like on his arm, more than dragon-like, you would say. And why don't we take a quick break while I set up the Siege Ball arena?
All right.
As you guys get ready to play some Siege Ball.
So go up there and
we'll go to
Be Right Back.
Be Right Back. We'll see you guys in a bit.
We'll be
If anybody
right
needs to go to the
back.
bathroom or get some water or whatever.
Including BlueBox Con. End of a long, long day.
Yes, long day.
Plug in my battery.
Can someone pick up all those minis?
Oh, Fady.
Oh, the dog's just been sitting out there.
I just put it right here.
Yeah, just stick them right, just stick them right back on.
It's durable.
And you guys are gonna be on this side. It's durable. Yeah, there's a bunch of tickets like that. So he's actually 1 square, despite the fact that he looks big. He's a
Right.
medium creature.
Okay, gotcha.
Just wanted to make that clear.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Do anything?
Make sure to turn off your mic, so...
Yeah. What do you guys think so far?
Fun.
I like it.
Blood Bowl is D&D version of rugby, yes, but this is Siege Ball, which is along the same lines of Blood Bowl, which is an entirely separate game within the Warhammer universe that you can play. It's super fun. And Mr. Grantler, these are actually his Blood Bowl undead team that he's painted. They're fantastic. I believe he can tell you guys in chat what this team is themed after, but this isn't using Blood Bowl because you know he'd lose. I would, because I suck at Blood Bowl, but curse your sudden but inevitable Siege Ball game. Yes, and so Siege Ball is actually something that I think dates back to 2nd edition D&D, and I found it a couple of years ago that someone had transferred over to 5e, and I have way too much fun playing this. I love the idea of including sports into your D&D worlds, because why wouldn't people watch football, even if it's a long time ago? Nurgle, that's right. Green Bay Packers, and his name the Letterkenny Brewers, and each of them are actually labeled. You might like this, Jordan. Each of the minis are labeled because on Blood Bowl you have to have individual, and they're named after cheap beers.
Oh.
So Bud, you've got Bush. I don't think he's labeled. He's the coach, but it's there's also there's Heineken, there's Natty. Yeah, there's a lot of fun minis here. Cheap beers. Yes, Chandler, cheap beers. A very unique idea for a Blood Bowl team name. I love it. So here, actually, why don't I go ahead and pass these out, and you can start looking at this, because you're going to want to read this. These are the rules to Siege Ball. Another one of those over there, and then a couple over here for people's reference. And I will verbally explain the rules as well, but if you want to just sort of start to get an idea. Alright, I'm going to need some battle music. How's everybody doing in chat? Getting late. Hope to keep lots of you guys. I'm streaming for 10 hours at this point. My goodness. We actually just hit 10 hours on the dot.
Wow.
Yeah, right as I looked, it says it was 10 hours, 28 seconds right now.
Dang, that's crazy.
That's pretty funny.
That's the longest stream by a lot.
Yeah. The party just started. Chris, you're not too late. We're just on break. We'll be right back. We're about to play Siege Ball. Hey, you know. Maybe next year we'll have more people here. Next is a 24-hour D&D stream. Yeah, Fraley, that's gonna be it's gonna be a lot. 24 hours. I mean, 10 hours has been a lot. I don't need this piece of paper anymore. I don't need these pieces of paper anymore.
So can you attack people in this game, or do you have to play by
We're
rules?
gonna talk about that.
Okay.
That was loud. Yeah, it's been great viewer numbers today. But we can always have more. We're right at the climactic battle in our Siege Ball game. Now is the time to get people on. Chatters. The Mad Carters. You're doing good. I know you haven't done much,
Quiet.
but you know, your main thing is going to be in combat. Here, why don't I like run through some of your spells for you really quick? So enhanceability, that's a huge one. That will give someone advantage. Ooh, gosh. On a specific type of check that you want them to make. So you could enhance their strength, you could enhance their constitution, their dexterity. The two that you're probably going to want to do are dexterity or strength, because that's kind of what physical games are based around. So you might say, hey, Daisy, here you have the strength of a bear, and now she has advantage on any strength check she makes for, like, I think a minute. And then while you're holding concentration on that spell, you can then wild shape into whatever you want. And have you looked at that wild shape sheet that I made you? I think it's the third sheet down on your 3 character sheets that you've got there, because you have a lot of things. Yep, those are all of those 6 animals you can turn into. Those are their various stats. So obviously a cat has, I think, 2 HP. It's the bottom right one. Whereas the giant elk up in the top left has, like, significantly more. Oh, yeah, HP's up in the top. Do they all say cat?
So I was like, there's just only all cat.
Then it weirdly got adjusted, but they're all different. So here, let me actually pencil them in then.
Okay.
It's weird that they say all cat, because I definitely didn't type in all cat.
Thank you for printing all this out.
Well, of course.
That's super helpful. I really like this story too.
Well, thanks.
It's really cool.
I tried to very much theme it around.
Yeah.
You know, so it's. Can you read me the list on your sheet? It's in the middle of your character sheet. Giant elk, dire wolf. What's the next one?
Brown bear.
Brown bear.
Giant frog.
And then cat. It was weasel, then giant frog? Yeah. Weasel. Okay, so now you can look at those stats and kind of see what they are. You've got the creature's AC and health up in the top there, along with its speed. So the giant elk has 60 feet. So that's, just for your reference, looking at this, 1 square is 5 feet.
Wow.
So that's, what would that be? That'd be 12 squares. It's a lot of distance you can cover, which, I mean, I think, yeah, from the center to the outside is 15 squares. So you can almost go, I mean, you can go half the field, and if you take a dash action, because on your turn you can, instead of attacking, you can do what's called dashing. You move double your speed, which is on that reference sheet that you've got right there. Yep, there's a lot of random things, but on that right column are all the actions you can do in Siegeball, and one of them is dash, which basically lets you move twice. So you'd be able to move 240 feet. Or sorry, not 240, 120 feet, which is 10 squares in a round. Oh.
So you came up with, like,
Oh.
this game?
No, I actually found Siegeball.
Okay.
I think I misspoke. I don't think 60 squares is, or 60 feet is 12 squares, right?
It is.
So 120 feet would be 24 squares.
One square is 5.
No, yeah. So 120 feet would be 24 squares, which is almost the full length of the field in one just bolt. Yeah. I mean, it's a big moose. Like, they're gonna elk or freaking, yeah.
Can I look at this one?
Yeah, go for it. Pick up any of them. The detail in Chandler's painting are quite high up there. This is the game. So I was telling her this. Each square, because you have, I think, what's your speed? It's up at the top of your character sheet right there in one of those top 3 little boxes. Should say speed and then like 30 or something. 30? So each one of these squares is 5 feet. So with 30 speed, you can move 6 squares in a round. So you get a move action, an attack, and a bonus action. And as a rogue, you can take a bonus action to dash. So you can move double your speed every round and attack someone every round. So you can move up to 60 feet, which is, would that be 12 squares, and attack someone every round if you wanted. There's a lot of stuff you can do, and we're going to help you guys out, obviously, because combat is sort of the meat of this game. But there is a little sheet right here.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, just read through the little rules bit on that left column. And I'll go over these again, but there's a lot of things you guys can do in Siegeball. And John and Jenny should be down any moment. Ooh, that's fun. I can change all the lights. It's super fun.
Cool, huh?
Yeah. Fire. That's what it normally is, though. You know I'm not too kind, Chandler. You do a great job on these minis. Also, you guys are going to need to pick one person to be your striker. So the person who starts the match is going to need to make an attack roll against him. Both of you go to attack the ball at the same time. The person who has the higher roll is the one who starts. So you guys maybe talk amongst yourself who you think has basically the higher attack modifier for your weapon. Whatever you're hitting with. So your to hit bonus, which is probably not going to be Wendy because she has a stick. And that's about it. Unless you want to turn into a bear. You guys also have a couple moments of preparation. If you wanted to drink any potions or anything before you head in, we're gonna go ahead and go back to our battle cam.
And sorry about that. Like, we got a bunch of people outside by the pond, so I was making sure they were all taken care of down there.
Cool.
All right.
So, before you guys head in, if you wanted to drink any of your potions, prepare any things that you had, because I know that you had a potion of fire giant strength.
What?
And you had that Jax, if you want to use that, or hand it to anyone to use. Because it is a pretty big bonus.
Yeah, I know. And let me look at the.
And he's obviously not paying for it's last an hour.
An hour? Then yes, I will.
You'll Jax up.
Yeah, I'll jack up.
Alright, so increase, go ahead and all of your physical modifiers, all of your physical stats increase by 4.
What? All of them?
Yeah, so your strength, your dexterity, and your constitution all increase by 4.
Okay, hold on.
Which means a +2 to all the modifiers.
Right.
Alright, I think I need to.
So you now have a +6 dex.
So you
And
may
you also
use
have
a
that
bonus
potion of
action
fire
to
giant strength that
consume
you can pass off to someone if you want them to drink it, or you can drink it
regaining
yourself
2d4
before you go into this
plus-
game. Because you know you're about to get into this. And it lasts an hour, so you're not worried, because combat takes like minutes. It's not going to touch an hour. So if you want you to drink that, you could give it off to one of your other physical fighters, because if you drink it, that doesn't carry over
I
to
thought
your
you said
bear
to drink it
form
before
or
you
your
go
elk
in.
form. It'll stay in only your druid form. Does that make
Use
sense?
this
So
as a weapon, and once per raid, you can cast shield.
So you basically open up the
+5
umbrella
AC.
and you gain shield for a round. You get
For a
+5
round.
to your AC.
Just one round.
One round.
Yeah, so that's the way shield works in 5e, is instead of it lasting a minute, it lasts 1 round. And for the whole round, your AC increases by 5. So if there's a
Okay.
big hit that would hit you, you can instead open up the umbrella and make it miss.
But you have to choose that before, or you can do it retroactive to the.
I like to do it because it is also a one-shot. You can do it
Right.
retroactive.
Okay.
Just because it's more fun in the moment.
Right. Yeah, I get
Okay.
it.
Less tense. So, all right. Let's.
Do I have tornado?
You have tornado?
Remember I told you I wanted to have like
Tornado?
a tornado?
No, basically, so you can go into a frenzy rage,
Yes.
and instead of making 2 attacks per round, you make a 3rd
Oh, okay.
as a bonus action. So
Okay.
you go crazy, but when the rage ends, you gain a level of exhaustion. You get super
Oh,
tired.
okay. Okay.
All right, everybody, we're into it. You
Let's play
stare.
some Siege
You
Bowl.
stare down the field to see this horrible-looking monster that looks at you, Johan, and points a menacing, muscled finger covered in this dark armor. He says, "Johan, you've made it. Welcome." And he points up into the stands, and you see everybody sort of collapse, and you hear chains ringing around the hands of everybody in town. Everybody that was at the illusory game are all chained up. And you see right here is a large adamantine door that would lead up into the stands above.
Garrick, my friend, you have looked better.
I'm actually going to just denote that with a little...
The,
let me
the
know.
years have not been kind to you. You don't look very well, my friend. You look, well, dreadful, frankly.
You should look in a mirror yourself.
I do often. Yes, it's very pleasing when I do. It's like I use my chin. It's so chiseled.
You're still so self-centered. Come on, you know the rules.
No.
Tripping, grappling, tackling, and non-lethal physical contact is allowed. Magic, movement, buffing, and direct attacking the ball is allowed. Everything else will result in an unsavory side effect. And he motions up to the people up there. And you can see Fenethir Shinebright, your local wizard, has his fingers chained so that he can't do somatic components, and his mouth appears to be lightly gagged. And he is sort of sitting there, and there appears to be above you what looks like a wall of force, a magical barrier that prevents anything from exiting the top of this arena to get into the stands. He says, the outside of the arena is within forbiddance. You can't teleport outside there even if you wanted to try.
That's happened to somebody before, hasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
In a lich's lair. There is also a protective barrier around the top of the arena preventing escape. The door to the stands is, don't try and open it.
He's a poor sport. I think you're still mad I took your girl.
Listen, I'm here to play a game and prove once and for all that I am better than
Somebody's
you.
still harboring harp.
Get on the field or I start killing you.
Oh! I do not like the way he is talking to me.
Take your places. Who's your striker?
I step up. I will be the striker.
I'll be the lineman.
So the way that this works is because you're the striker, you get to stay outside of the zone for the start. But anyone else can put themselves anywhere within this green zone at the start of the game. But after that, go anywhere you want.
All right. So I'm sorry because I'm the
So
striker.
you're going to be
I
right
go
up against
in
the ball.
Right there. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's.
I am about to do some striking.
And
over here?
Daisy, you got to move yourself to within that zone.
Striking. And then
So,
strike you.
so I'm gonna a little bit about this game. The way that it works is the ball has what's called momentum. So when you would hit the ball, you apply momentum to it equal to half the damage you deal to it, rounded down. At the end of your turn, the ball will move 1 square per momentum that it has in a direction that you choose, of the 8 sort of cardinal directions. So either front, back, left, or right, or at 45-degree angles. You see all the rules in there in terms of colliding with a wall, colliding with a player. You have a chance, if it's colliding with you, to bounce it off of yourself in another direction, adding further momentum to its hit, which is sort of the name of the game, is to hit this ball so hard and repeatedly that eventually when you strike it at the tower, it deals an immense amount of damage to it in one hit.
Right.
It's better to deal bigger hits than smaller sort
And
of
the
peg
win
hits.
is when the tower is destroyed.
When the tower is destroyed. Each tower has 50 hit points.
Okay.
And it takes damage equal to the momentum of the ball when it hits it.
Got it.
So the ball loses momentum as it moves. So if it has 10, it might have 1 by the time it hits the tower, so the tower would take 1 damage. Cool. I'm going to put up some battle music and we're going to do it.
When do we start?
We do it now.
I start punching him.
Oh, wait. Let me redo that. Doop, doop, doop. Okay, John, you and I are gonna roll attack rolls at this ball at the same time.
Who is the John you speak of?
Johan,
Yes, okay. What would you like me to roll?
roll a d20 and add your attack modifier with your Balmar's bat.
I am very strong now. I have the additional bonuses, and you are not going to do well against me, my friend. This is not good for you. So, 14, 17. That'll be a 24.
That is not going to be to 27.
You're lying.
So he goes in, and the way we're gonna do this, the way turn order works, is there's no initiative. Because Garrick's goes first, you guys then get the second turn, and any one of you can choose to activate.
Wait, that's Garrick's?
That's Garrick's.
Yeah.
Oh!
You just picked up on that.
You didn't hear me
Yeah.
taunting him?
Wait,
and like,
that's Garrick's?
Yeah, he does not look at all like the
he looked
illusion
better
you
in the
saw.
I thought
past.
he was
I
in the
took his
stands.
girl.
Oh,
No.
He
This is him. He's the.
He's the guy. The way it works is, once Garrick's takes his turn, all of you guys will activate at some point. You don't have to do it in the same order. But once you activate once per round, you can't activate again until the round is over. So let's say, because you're right next to the ball, maybe you want Johan to go first.
Right.
And then the next turn, maybe the ball moves to a place that's good for Windy to be next to, so Windy activates. But then until the round is fully over and everyone on the field is activated, you can't go again. So you could take the last turn and then the first turn the next round, if you wanted to set something up like that. Does that make sense?
It does.
So we're going to pass initiative just back and forth. No rolling, we're just going to do it. So Garrick's makes his attack roll at the ball. He's going to roll with his large greatsword that you can see. I need more dice. Why am I not prepared?
Plenty of dice upstairs.
Here's-
Right here. Here you are. Got enough dice for you?
That's perfect. I only need the one. He takes this greatsword and slashes it at the base of the ball, sending it at a 45-degree angle with 6 momentum. Just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when it would hit his teammate can choose to use his reaction, which you only get 1 of, to try and hit it. And he's going to do that. The ball gains AC equal to its current momentum, which is 1, so the ball has 9 AC right now. Just trying to teach you guys the game. He's setting up for a favorable shot. Rather than setting it up into your guys' territory, he's building up momentum on the ball. So the zombie does hit it, and it adds another 3 momentum to the ball, and he's going to send it this way, so it has 4. 1, 2, 3. It would hit him with 1, and he's also going to use his reaction to try and hit it, which he does. And the zombie adds 2 momentum to it, and he sends it 1, 2, 3, and the ball lands right there. And I have a mini for the ball. I'm gonna grab that. This cute little stuffed rat thing. All right, and so now it is your guys' turn. You
Right,
pick
so
who you want to go.
Yeah, and so like help me understand too, because like the momentum made sense, but if he would have, with his first hit, just come this way with it, would it not have gone that far? Or
Yes, he might have also just been showing off.
okay,
You get the feeling.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So I've already gone. I missed.
No, you did not technically activate yet.
That isn't. Oh,
No.
okay. All right.
You took your strike, but that was just to tip off the game. So if
Okay.
you wanted to activate, you could.
I'm not going to yet.
It might make sense for
Yeah.
El Zorro to activate.
We didn't talk to you about this. We should have probably.
Okay.
But she actually ended up giving me the.
And you
first
drank
one I
it.
drank. Yeah.
Did you want to come into the game wild shaped into something so that you don't have to waste your bonus action doing so?
Can I be a giant elk?
You turn into a massive elk. I don't have a mini for that.
No, but we can.
We
do
can
something like a horse here.
we can get a horse in there. Ooh, that's precarious.
Nice.
Gagoong. In place of Wendy is this horse-like elk that stands there with menacing big antlers. Who wants to activate? Because Zorro is closest to the ball.
It's got to be you, El Zorro.
Your angle on the ball is either straightforward into this guy who used his reaction, so he can't hit the ball
Right.
because he can't, or the other angle into Garrick's. You could send it back your way or straight backwards, but first you have to move up to the ball. So we'll move you up to the ball, and then roll an attack roll at it.
20!
Nat 20.
Not 20.
All right. So because you are a swashbuckler, and you are with the enemy, and there's no one else around you, you get sneak attack on this because of how swashbucklers work in 5e. So roll 6d6 plus I think 2d8 for the rapier. He's about to deal a lot of damage to this thing
Yeah.
because his current sneak attack dice is 3d6
2d8.
Okay.
plus
roll
his
that.
dexterity.
What the heck? So.
What a first hit.
12,
Yeah.
14, 16, 22, and then roll that twice. 22, 28,
Add his dexterity modifier to the damage.
30 plus
Wow.
34,
34 divided by 2
17.
is 17 momentum you add to the roll.
Whoa.
Are you sending it at Garrick's? If it would hit Garrick's, the ball would have 15 plus 8, 23 AC. So he would have a difficult time trying to hit the ball. Or you could just send it straight down the field. This guy can't hit it. He has no chance. So it's just going to go past him. 17 squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It'll end up right here. Which none of them are anywhere near, which is very favorable for you guys, and she's stupidly fast. And it's also at a perfect angle to hit the tower. So, want to send it right there?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So now,
El Zorro!
all right.
Ooh, on the lane!
Equally.
You see this.
Arriba, arriba.
You see this zombie go. And he runs right at you, and he's going to attempt to tackle you. Oh no!
Oh.
Tackle the
Is there a
giant
more stable horse we could use?
Bend the legs.
All right, so I need you to make an
bourbon.
acrobatics or athletics check,
Okay.
which is either the elk's strength or dexterity modifier. The way tackling works is it's a grapple but with advantage, and if you succeed, you're both knocked prone.
8. So
What?
Thor's keep swallowing.
it's 11.
But your strength for the elk.
So 12.
Mucha better.
He successfully tackles you to the ground, and you're both knocked prone on the ground.
I should have had the other.
All right, I activate.
You're not grappled, but it takes half of your movement to stand back up. So you would still have 30 feet of movement left. And you could also dash as an elk and run really far. But maybe there's a better member of your team who's maybe even just as fast, because the two of them are quite fast.
Ooh. Well, I would like to run to the ball.
Well, wait,
Oh.
because it's a team thing, so you got to choose who you want to activate.
I'll activate. Wait, no.
Faster.
Who's closer? Are you faster? What's your movement speed?
Wait.
Oh.
What? I just
I
want
don't
to
know.
attack.
Where would I find movement speed?
Remember, non-lethal attacks only, so your goal needs to
where's
be
my
to
movement speed?
How does he know if
disable
my
him in some
punches-
ways. I don't know. I mean, if you want to do a stunning strike, for example,
Oh, I'm 40.
that's a perfectly fine attack.
Thank you.
You wish you were 40.
I just got
What's your movement speed, Jordan? 45?
My 45.
45? And you can dash as bonus action with Step of the Wind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can attack the ball this turn with 2 attacks.
I go. I sprint.
So that will put you going past Garrick's, which means he's going to get an attack of opportunity on you.
Not if
but he-
I use Step of the Wind.
Well, but that only lets you either take the dash or the disengage option.
Did you say
You
breaking
can't
the
do
wind?
both. Which you need to do the dash if you need to get all the way to the ball. So you'll risk taking some damage, but he can't like grab you or anything.
fine.
So you rush past. Whoop, you make it all the way to the ball. I'm going to roll an attack on you. Does a 19 hit your armor class? Okay. You take 9 damage as he strikes this great sword at your back. And you make your way all the way to the ball.
To hit me with the great sword.
Well, he... Oh, no, that's a good point.
Well, if we're playing that
Well, no,
way-
you're right. He wouldn't have done that then.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have gone to attack you because that's definitely just a perfectly lethal attack. Never mind, you don't take the damage.
Yes.
He sees you run past and he just grunts at you as you go past.
Oh.
There you go. Oh, let's go. One.
He's getting me in it. All right. Keep me honest. So make 2 attacks on this ball.
I'm gonna do flurry of blows. So
You
get
can't. You
3.
used your bonus action
Oh,
already.
okay. Yeah. Right.
And make sure you're keeping track of how many key points you've spent.
Yes.
All right, so 2 attacks.
26.
Easy.
Oh wait, no, that's way more than 20. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you're looking to be 8.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Both
okay.
hit.
So then you're gonna roll 2d6 plus your strength modifier twice, which I think is really high now.
Plus-
What's a 25? That's
I think it's
plus
plus 8. Plus 7.
be plus 7,
Plus 7.
right? Yes. Plus 7.
Yeah.
So roll d6 twice.
Pretty sure it's
Yeah.
plus 8.
Because 22 would be
25
plus
is
6.
plus 7.
24 would be plus 7. 25 doesn't make that go any
Yeah, it's
higher.
plus it's been
26
plus
would be
7
plus 8.
since 1E.
Yeah.
It's always been the same.
Oh, wait, no, I did that wrong. That would be
2d6 plus 14, basically.
9 plus. It's 23.
23 divided by 2 would be 11 rounded
Or-
down. So 11, 10, 9. Their siege ball tower takes 9 damage. And just like that, Garrix is instantly surprised by what you all have done. And he goes, "Well, it's not supposed to work like that!"
The fiddle-dee-dee.
And his...
Good job, Burbs.
He's gonna have this zombie run just straight at you and try and tackle you.
Burly Burbs does it again.
Make a acrobatics or
Good job,
athletics check to
Barry!
attempt to get out of the way.
Good thing you drink all the bourbon.
Oh, no. Gives him special powers, that bourbon.
Alright. I
Bourbon.
roll on athletics. and that would be normally it would be a 20, but I have another +2 on my so it's 22.
Yeah, I mean, you easily dodge out of the way of this. You see it coming from a mile away. You let it soar over your head as you duck down, and he lands prone on the ground behind you.
Garrix, your little friends, they are easy to play with. They are not very frightening to me. This is going to be over and you're...
Stop it! I'm gonna win!
Do you have another woman for me to steal?
Oh.
You're
All
just
right.
egging him on.
One of you guys gets to activate now.
I bet Yennefer did like that.
She's not like paying attention. She's
She's the
cheering
crowd.
at me. No, she's cheering. Yeah, she's not.
What do you guys want to do? You haven't activated.
Yeah,
You haven't activated. And you haven't activated.
Who should activate?
Yeah.
For Gear.
Yep.
I'm gonna get up and charge.
Great. All right, so it's half your movement to stand up, which is 30 feet, and then you have easily enough movement to get right up. Wow, we're using big bases for smaller things. So with your charge, what does your charge let you do? If you move at least, yeah, read that out.
If the elk moves at least 20 feet straight toward a target and then hits it with the ram attack on the same turn, the target takes an extra 7 2d6 damage. If the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 14.
All right, so you buckle up, you bury yourself, and you charge toward him, ready to knock him down. So roll an attack roll against Garrix.
That dice so is that one.
4.
4. With the Elk's modifier, I think it's definitely gonna miss him. He bears up against you, and you just stop cold in your feet, and he just smiles at you. All right, it is his team's turn. He's gonna have this guy, because his other dude's prone on the ground over there. 2, 3. You get an attack of opportunity on this guy. As he's leaving your attack range, you can sort of stab him in the back if you wish to attempt to knock him down. But if you do so, you might be breaking some rules because he said no lethal attacks right now. So it's up to you.
Machete.
What do you think?
Trip him while he goes by.
Yeah?
Stick your foot out.
Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do with that is we're gonna treat it as a tackle. So you're gonna roll an athletics check with advantage. And I'm gonna roll athletics to try and
So
dodge
roll
out of the way,
D20 twice.
taking the better
the
result.
higher roll, whichever the higher.
Which one? What is it?
Oh, wait.
You borrow it?
Yeah.
14?
Okay.
10.
Yeah.
All right, so 14 plus his athletics.
Right here.
20.
Strength.
Oh,
Athletics.
17.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly beats a 4. So you look at him, you sweep his legs, and he just falls forward flat on his face, and you are standing right up. Huzzah! You've taken down a zombie for now. Your guy's turn. You've ended his turn just like that.
Yeah, so I'm going to activate. I'm going to try to sprint past him. Again, the non-lethal stuff, so I'm not really sure what that means. But my movement is 40, and I get an additional 10 with those
And I did
shoes.
realize Garrix does have an attack that he could have used on you that counts as a grapple.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
just for my reference, but he is going to use it on you if you attempt
Yeah,
to get out of
just
it.
for your reference.
He might have also just been waiting for specifically
exactly.
Johan to go
so,
past.
So I'm gonna take my full movement, which would be 50
Which
feet.
way are you going?
Right toward the. I'm gonna cut
Okay.
to the tower here on this.
Have you
side.
counted out where you can get to?
What's that?
Have you counted out where you
No, I
can get to?
haven't.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and do that while I roll an attack on you? Does a 21 hit your armor class?
Normally yes, but hang on. I've got that additional dex bonus.
Which would increase your AC by 2.
2, I know. No, it still hits, yes.
All right, so you are grappled, unfortunately.
All right.
As his snake-like arm reaches out and just grapples around you, and it coils around your
Whoa.
body. You take 8 damage, and oh wait, you actually don't take damage until the start of your turn, so don't even write that down.
Okay.
It's starting to grip its way around you, and yeah, you are grappled. So you could make a strength save as an action to try and break out.
17.
Yeah,
plus
you're out of you.
21,
Break out of it. Don't take any
yeah.
damage.
You're not strong enough for this, Garrett.
So you use
Take
your
all
action.
the scales, you want the little bits of fishes and birds and whatever else you have, it will do you no good. You cannot stop me.
So you still have the rest of your movement left, which is I think another 30 feet.
Yeah.
30. All right. And you are a bard, so you could grant someone bardic inspiration as a bonus action.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna give here in this range. I'm gonna give it to Bourbon.
So you can add a d6 to either attack rolls or damage.
So you
Just
hear me
once.
as I come running. I sing. You have all the power there, Bourbon! You are such a strong dwarf. You are very quick and powerful, and you will kill all things here. You will do it many, many times. I have nothing better for rhymes, but you are doing this. Yes, you are.
All right. It is the last zombie on his side's turn, which is going to also try and tackle Miss Daisy
Big umbrella now.
Beauregard. Make a athletics or acrobatics check. Probably for you, this is athletics.
Okay.
That's dope.
11. Oh, wait.
Athletics?
Wait.
Athletics is
it-
strength, so it's up at the top.
Oh. 16.
He rolled a 23. He rolled a natural
Oh my
20 on his tackle check, so he just dives his shoulder into you and takes you straight to the ground. You are both prone, and he's just sort of sitting there salivating over your face. A little drip of something lands on your face, and it is now your turn. You are the last one to activate on your team.
Okay, well, I need him off of me.
You need to get a shower after that.
I know.
That one really got him.
Take his,
That one got
take
him.
it.
All right, so it takes half your movement to stand up.
Okay.
Are you wanting to? What are you wanting to do on your turn?
Well, I would like to stab him with my umbrella.
Okay, that will be fully illegal if you do that because he's already on the ground.
Oh, illegal?
Yes. So just attacks to just hurt people are illegal. Tackles, grapples, stunning stuff.
Oh, well then.
Physically disabling people in the fight is allowed, but just attacking them straight up, not gonna fly.
Oh. Well. But he's trying to eat me.
No, he's not on top of you. You could easily push him off and stand up.
Oh, I see.
He doesn't have you like
Oh,
grabbed.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna push him up and
Stand up. So that's 15 more feet of movement that you have.
Do
You
I
don't have to roll anything.
Oh,
It just
okay.
happens. And so you still have 15 feet of movement.
Oh.
If you want to put yourself in sort of maybe a defensive position by your tower, whatever you think you might want to do. Well, he's still, yeah. She's standing up. And she was in the square right next to him, so she was right.
So how would I be able to defend the tower?
Right now. One over a little bit, but yeah. Stand in front of it. So if you're in front of a siege ball, if you're in the way of it. Oh, one thing to mention, you guys looking at your little sheet, John, I mentioned this to you. The block action. I've got it right over here.
Yeah.
You could take the block action. Block, you dig your heels in and hold your ground. You have advantage on any ability check or saving throw you make to resist being moved. And you can use your reaction to attack any ball that moves within 5 feet of you. So normally, when you're waiting for a siege ball to come hit you, it has to go straight through your square.
Right.
But when you're blocking, you have a wider range of block.
Right.
Every square around you, you're ready to block from. So if you stand in front of your tower and block, no siege ball can get past.
Yes, and I have an additional bonus with my
You can do it
gloves.
as a bonus action
Yep.
instead of as an action.
Right.
So what you could do is go stand over there and just take the blocked action and end your turn. That way at least your tower's defended just in case something wacky and horrible happens.
Well, go stand over there.
Stand over where?
He's already moved you.
The tower.
Is that where it should be?
Makes sense, yeah?
Okay.
And then you take the block action. Well, you'd be those 2 squares up because you only had 3 more squares of movement left because of it takes half your movement to stand up when you were here. So it's 1, 2, 3 to get there.
Okay.
And you take the block action, so you've dug your heels in, you get your
Okay.
umbrella at the ready to bat anything that comes within range.
Okay.
And it is now, we reset so everyone can activate again, but it is Garrick's team's turn.
You got heels?
Okay.
Garrick's,
Yeah.
surprise, surprise, is going to activate. And he is going to... He's going to look at you in your massive elk form, and he's going to get down on his knee and try and sweep his leg across to knock you prone. Does a 27 hit an elk? Certainly does. Don't worry about it. I know that hits. You are knocked prone, and the elk takes 8 damage. So on your little, so you have 42. So mark that off of 8, and you're knocked prone again. You just keep hitting dirt. And then now that you are prone, he's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet. You do get an attack of opportunity on him. You can try and like antler him, but you have disadvantage on the attack because you're laying on the ground. So as he's running away, you could try and catch his heels maybe, but maybe keeping your reaction could be good for a future ball hit to send it down the field again or whatever.
So just wait.
Yeah, maybe best to
I'll
wait.
just wait.
Okay, so that's his turn. You guys get to activate. Any one of you can activate.
Activate. I hit it again.
I mean, you're in a prime position to do so. All right. You now have all 4 of your attacks with your flurry of blows.
Yes.
This could very well deal a good amount of damage to the siege
We
tower.
already did 9, right?
Yes.
And you said it has 18?
It has 50
It's
health. It starts at 50.
Hits. They all 3 hits.
4.
4. Yes.
So you're gonna deal a d6 and you're gonna add
8.
7 times 4,
28.
28. So 46 plus 28. So what is that divided by 2? 28 divided by 2 would be 14 squares.
Yeah. So 40 divided by 2 is 20.
So 20. Which, take 1 away from it, 19. It takes another 9 damage you deal to it. Kaboom! And the ball bounces and lands over here. And he says, "No! Stop that! You're supposed to be over there!" And he points to the other side of the field.
What do you mean stop? This is the game we are playing, you fool.
Man, all my guys are on the ground. Why did I make them tackle everybody? This one's gonna stand up and lumber the 2 squares of movement he has left toward the ball. That's his turn. You guys can activate.
It is time for Johan to show why I am Siege Ball champion. So he leaps forward. I'm gonna use the Bomber's Bat, and I will use this 1 time per game to maximize the damage. I'm also gonna add the +2 to the momentum on the strike. And
So that's automatically 9 damage divided by 2 would be 4 plus 2. So it's automatically adding 6 momentum to the ball.
All right, it's an 18 to hit. It's clearly a hit.
So you also have a second attack because you're a Valor Bard.
right,
So make your
so-
second attack.
And that
You're looking to beat an 8.
What's that?
You're looking to beat an 8.
Oh yeah, so they're both hits.
So roll a d8 and then add your Dex modifier +1.
All right, so that's +6 now. So.
Oh, I forgot to add your Dex modifier
Yeah,
again.
so that's 11, and then that is 13, 14 plus.
8.
No, actually I maximized one, so I shouldn't even roll on one of those. So it's 14 on one, and it's 18 on the other, +2, so 20 on one, 14 on the other.
20 damage on one, 14 damage on the other? How much were you adding for your Dex modifier? Oh, your Dex modifier is really good right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So 20 plus 14.
+6, and I maximized +2 on the momentum.
So you
for
add
1
17
shot.
momentum to the ball.
Right.
Oh wait, no, you should have dealt 20 damage to the tower because you dealt 40 to it.
Yeah, he did do 20.
Yeah.
Oops. Or it wouldn't be 20, it would be 19.
19.
That's what I meant to say. That's why I did it weird. So, and you deal 34-17.
Right, 17. You're losing, my friend. Do you see how you're losing right now? The losing is happening all over the place here for you.
He says, "You listen here. You're in my arena, so we play by my rules." And I say,
For my
why don't we give the rules a little change?
This thing just like snapped off.
It should pop. Hang on.
No.
Oh, the clip. Well, yeah, it doesn't pop back on.
No, it's like broken.
Oh, oh.
I
Well, just
Why'd you do that,
anytime you need to
Juliana?
talk, just pull it up. But otherwise, you're fine. You can just leave it on the table. You don't have to hold it the whole time. You just leave it on the table. But he says, "Why don't we change the rules?
Oh.
Say, have a little more fun." And the ball disappears and reappears back in the center. He says, "How about now? We can hurt each other for real."
Finally! Yes! I get to hit you.
Get him, Burbs.
Is it I should look surprised you're doing this? I knew you would do this. This is.
It's okay. I'll leave my tower in the same condition it's in, but I guarantee you won't win.
Barbs.
And you guys stay where you're at. We're just gonna keep play how we are.
All right.
And his team activates. And he's gonna try and attack the ball. Man, I hate having zombies on my team. But I made that choice. I did this to myself. He moves the ball 4 squares down the field. And then ends his turn. You guys are up.
El Soto! The ball!
Oh, he does have 5 more feet of movement. He is gonna move right there.
Zorro! Hit the ball! Crush
What do I do
it!
now?
So you
Crush
have
it with
you have
your
up to
right
6 squares
tail.
of movement that you can use. So if you wanted, you could move right up to the ball. And you have your 1 attack on it.
Oh, it's right here, right?
Yep. Well, you wouldn't move onto it.
Oh.
You would just move next to it. So you could get yourself. You could even put yourself right here, which is still a defensive position, and you can hit the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And so now you're going to roll an attack against the ball. And because you're a swashbuckler and no one's near you, you do get
20
sneak attack
again.
on it. You didn't do it again, did you?
He hit another 20.
So roll 6d6 plus 2d8
Oh,
plus,
fiddle-dee-dee!
plus your dex modifier.
Zorro!
Well done, so.
Juan is very good at D&D.
Oh my goodness. Alright.
Damn.
That's 20, 25.
25,
And then roll this twice.
31,
Oh, it's getting hot down here.
33.
33.
It's getting a little hot down here.
37.
37 divided by 2 is
18. Rounding up 19.
okay. 18 squares. Which way are you sending it? Are you sending it straight down the field? He has a chance to fully block it. Or you can send it on angles to bounce off the walls. It loses extra momentum as it's taking a less direct path, but you don't hit any enemies along the way. So it's either 18 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, giving him a chance to rebound it straight onto the tower.
This is precisely what you should do.
All right, so when it
Alright.
hits you, John, it has 6 momentum left, meaning it has a 14 AC. You have to beat a 14.
Yeah, so I don't just do that. As I see it coming, you see Johan stands, he spins in place, he twirls around holding the bat out with these black gloves, and he lets out a lovely cry. You're dying now, Garrick! And he smacks it as it comes through, easily crushing that 14 with a, yeah, that'd be like a 20.
Yep, so roll your
Put it on
damage,
the die.
D8 plus your dex plus 1,
6 plus 7, oh, 8 on the die.
so 15 extra damage.
15.
So
Yep.
it had 6 momentum when it
Yep,
hit you.
yep.
You're adding 7 to it.
Okay, so 22, so 11 then, right?
So 11, 10, 9, 8. It deals 4 damage to the siege tower, which if anybody's been calculating, had 3 HP left.
Right, yep.
So that's just a full game of Siege Ball we've played because
This
you guys
is
are
what I
stupidly
have
strong.
done! Good shot,
And
Soro.
you shatter it, and as you do, you feel something in the magic around this room shift. And you hear a shout come from the stands as Fenethir's mouth covering comes off, and he says, He's a lich! I've been studying! You destroyed his phylactery! It was his siege tower, but you have to kill him now! He's gonna come for us!
A leech!
Kill him!
Do your magics too!
Ah! And he tries to move his fingers, but he can't. Those are still stuck, but the mouth guard came off. And now we are going to get into regular initiative order.
All right.
So the way we're going to do this is everybody needs to roll initiative for me. This is the way I do initiative. So
got it.
everybody roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier to it.
That's a 23 for me.
All right, so Johan is at a 23.
16. Say you come back to me.
You said 16?
Yes.
And
How do you come back to the...
you have to do that as part of your turn.
Okay.
You'll do it as a bonus action on your turn.
Okay.
So just roll whatever you want. You're currently going to be adding 3, because that's the Elk's modifier. All right. I just set it's in my hand. I'm blind. All right, so Wendy,
14.
14 would be, and sort of what did you roll?
11.
11. So that's 16, 14, 11. God, I gotta remember your guys' characters' names. Burley, Daisy, Zorro,
There you go, finally.
Zorro, and John. What did you roll again?
23.
Yeah, you're before Garrick's, but the zombies are dead last. All right, John, Johan, it is your turn, and all rules apply. Do it.
Alright, so he still has the bardic inspiration, correct?
He does.
That lasts for 10 minutes.
1 minute. But it doesn't matter. That's way too much combat.
Okay.
It's not going to go away.
Yeah, it just says.
Does it really say 10?
Yeah, it
Oh,
does.
well, maybe I got that wrong. Oh, no, you're right. It is definitely 10.
Yeah, don't worry about it. So, alright, so I'm going to leap forward with my.
That screaming really put a number on my throat.
I will attack twice.
Putting the bat to the side.
Yeah, I dropped the bat. Okay, so that's going to be a 6 plus.
Plus 7 you had. Or, sorry, you would add.
No, yeah,
you had
that's
9.
9. Yeah, so that's going to be an 18, and
That
the second
just barely hits.
one. That's going to hit the 23 on the
All right,
second
so
one.
that's 2 hits up against Garrick's Sternhold.
That's 10 points on the first shot, using finesse. 8 on the second shot.
All right, so 18. Great. All right, it's now Garrick's turn, and he looks excited. He moves, go, go, go. He lines the two of you up, and he goes, and a breath of fiery acid lines both of you.
Evasion.
You do, so you don't get advantage on it, but if you do succeed, you take no damage. I need both of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
What's the DC?
Why don't you just roll it?
Reflex or.
Oh, nat 20!
All right, well, you succeed. You're still going to take half damage, but,
No, not on a nat 20. I refuse.
well, that's not.
Just kidding.
You take 8 damage,
Okay.
mixture of fire and acid damage.
I'd take it as well.
You take half. You failed.
Yes.
Well, what did you roll?
7 plus 3, 10.
No, it's your dexterity saving throw. So at the top of your dexterity skills, there should be a saving throw.
Oh, 13.
Just under what you needed. So you do take half still because you have evasion, so you also take 8 damage.
Okay.
And he's also going to slash at you with his greatsword, John. I mean, a 27's gonna hit.
Yeah.
We'll call it. We'll call it a hit. 17 damage on his greatsword.
Ow!
Yeah, that one hurts. And it is now Mr. Burley's turn,
Burley takes a swig of bourbon
as he should. I'm seeing some parallelisms with another character.
yeah. And then he how far can he
You can
advance?
move. You have 45 feet of movement speed. You can easily get all the way up to him. Where do you want to be around him?
I want to be to the back.
All right. So with flanking, you have advantage on these attacks.
Sweet. And then I'm
You
going to
you almost run along the wall at one point and dart
Going-
off, punching toward
going
him.
to stunning strike him.
If you hit,
Yes. Roll this at advantage. 16 plus 11. It's 27.
gonna hit.
Okay.
So stunning strike, I have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
I rolled a 28.
Okay.
So, not stunned. But you can do it each attack, you just have to spend a key point every time you do it.
I'm going to
So you've already
save
spent
it.
3 key points, you only
Yeah.
have 3 left.
Yeah. I'm going to regular attack on this one.
Cool.
18 plus 11.
Great,
is-
that's a hit.
Okay. So roll damage.
Roll damage for the 2 of them. And you do get a bonus action attack for free, but you can have a second one if you do another key point. There's a lot of math in this game if you guys aren't picking that up yet.
That's
Nerds. Nerds love math, right?
22
On both the first two hits?
Yeah.
Cool.
And then I'm gonna use my one bonus action to hit him again.
Great.
Yes. That hits as well. It's gonna be 9 points of damage.
Oof, man. Potion of Fire Giant Strength is no joke.
Nope.
Yeah.
All right.
It's quite powerful.
Daisy Bell Beauregard.
Yes.
It is
that
your
is so
turn,
nice.
madam. What are you doing?
You look
So-
less
There's a couple
service than you
zombies
were
in
an
your
hour
way.
ago.
Oh, Daisy Bell Beauregard is dragging a little. I'm getting bored sitting over here protecting stuff. So what can I?
You have, I believe, 40 feet of movement speed, so you can easily get up to this zombie who's prone, which means you have
Well, I'm gonna
advantage
smash
on all
him
your
with
attacks.
my mighty
I
umbrella.
agree with that sentiment. And
Oh,
even
and I
put
have
you
an
on the other side
advantage
of him.
from earlier, so I would just.
Well, you have
let-
advantage on him anyways.
Oh,
'cause
well.
5e is full of advantages. It's just how the game works.
That's my attack bonus.
Just roll it twice.
Oh.
You have advantage. Nat 20.
Nat
Nat
20.
20. Nat 20. So
Woo!
your umbrella.
And Fade has let loose a
Oh,
bomb.
Your umbrella deals 2d6, so roll 4d6.
Solo!
Solo.
Oh,
Oh wow, yeah, that is a. Yeah,
that's a
that doesn't smell
powerful
good.
That was Jordan.
He's giving us the ambience
Come on,
of
Jordan.
what the zombie smell
the
like.
zombies are
So
shaking up this.
4d6 plus 6 damage is how much you're about to deal, and I'm. Well, you might not kill him.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Jordan, seriously?
13 on the d6, and then
You rolled 4d6 and you added. That came up
No.
to 13.
Yeah.
And then add 6, so 19 damage.
Seriously, Jordan?
It stinks, bro.
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 Alright.
But you keep doing that. What do
You
I know?
you feel like you hurt him by about half.
Right?
You bloodied him, which is hard to tell with an undead.
Die, you zombie!
But you
Die!
have 2 attacks, so why don't you make another one?
I want to kill you. You're making me mad.
Mad.
Kill him again. He's already dead.
Re-kill.
I will re-kill. Oh, the first one is 14.
14 and then
He's
6.
prone. He's on the ground.
You hit.
That's it.
Okay. Die.
2d6
You
plus
foul
6.
beast. You die. 8, 11.
11, that's with the
17.
so 17. You smash him in the hips, and then you readjust and you
In the
smack
hips.
his head just into guts, and he just.
Oh, there you go. That's what you get for messing with this group.
Because you're frenzied, you can take a bonus action attack, and you still have some movement left.
No more
If you
really
want,
back ribs.
You can keep going.
And I keep going. I kill one and I head to another.
Let's keep this pain train a rolling. Why don't you roll one
that
more attack?
sounds delightful.
This one, if you want to go for the prone guy, you have advantage, or at the standing guy, it's just a flat attack.
The wrong guy.
So, what about the prone guy?
You get advantage on the attack. It's just better.
Let's go.
Let's go. Miss Daisy.
Miss Daisy Bell.
Daisy.
You messed with Daisy Bell Beauregard for the last time. That's terrible. Oh, that's better. 16.
Hit. Roll 2d6 plus 6.
Oh, two of them?
Yep. Because it's basically functioning as a maul.
Dang it.
Dang it. Dang it.
6, 12.
All right.
You gotta say number on the floor.
Did I?
Okay.
Oh.
It is Zorro's turn.
My turn, huh?
And you're,
It's
you're there at the back,
so-
ready to slash. What are you gonna do?
Go up and attack this one.
Cool. You have advantage on the strike, so 2d6. Take your better result.
20. Roll this.
Sorry, 2d20. I don't know why I said 2d6.
Roll this.
El Zorro fell the fell beast.
5
That was
plus
not southern.
7 is 12.
Just barely misses. You hit into the thickest part of his leather armor, and your machete pulls out with no
That
flesh
won't
coming off of it, and you're disappointed. Well, you only get one attack as a rogue.
Okay.
Rogues are light boys, but they're meant to hit hard when they do. You still have some movement left. Plenty of movement, actually. Do you want to go anywhere else, or just kind of stay where you're at?
No,
and help
I'll
out the
stay
fight?
where
All
I
right. It is Wendy's turn, Miss Wendy. You're on the ground. Would you like to stand up?
Yes.
Okay. Do you also want to? Do you also want to un-elk?
Yes.
All right. Where did you put Wendy? All right. Let's get Wendy back up there. Woohoo, Wendy! All right. You still have your action left and movement.
I want to do.
It's a good spell. You mind if I look at it? All right. What 20-foot square area are you selecting? So you can pick. It's about 4 by 4. So you could select an area that might hit these two guys and nobody else. A square about like that, and it has a chance to. It makes all the ground difficult terrain, which for you guys means it'll be more difficult getting over here. But it will restrain and damage these guys
But I would make it harder, like on
for your allies to get over to
Right.
fight Garrix.
Yeah.
So you're potentially making a hazardous terrain for your friends to go through. So it's just a thought on that.
I'm not good.
You also have Call Lightning. Or no, you have Sleet Storm, which is similar. It's kind of a big area.
Bless you.
Hold person on Garrix. Alright, so what do I have to make for that? I hold person, I make a wisdom saving throw. Alright. Let me double check something. Yes, okay. Wisdom does a 14 beat your spell save DC. So look at
No way.
oh, it's on your main character sheet. It's kind of toward the middle.
He's got to be higher enough.
Yeah, on this sheet, this one right here.
6 level.
So it's right there. That's your DC.
10 plus.
16. He fails. So you see him just.
Nice.
Well done.
Windy.
Good job.
It's the zombies' turn. They're both gonna hit you for doing that. Is hold person a concentration spell? Can you check that for me? It should say it near the top of it. There should be a C on it
Yes.
somewhere. All right. They're trying to break your concentration by whacking you. Does a 15 hit your armor class?
No, but she got the leather armor. So she's
I thought he got the leather armor.
no, there's 2, right?
No, there's only one set of leather armor, and you said you gave it to Soro.
Oh.
And your AC is 15, which means he hits.
Oh no.
So he's going to deal you 4 damage, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw to try and keep concentration on your spell. So roll a d20, add your Constitution saving throw modifier.
12 plus 2 is 14.
You succeed. You maintain concentration on your spell.
Nice.
This other one is going to try and hit you. He's going to stand up. You took 4.
4. Yep.
Ready or thing?
Yes. In that sort of health box up there. Oh, I forgot to write down what your max HP is. You'll be fine. The other one does hit, and you take another 6 damage. And let me just really quickly. What is your Constitution modifier? +2.
Yeah. Roll this again to keep concentration. Yeah, she rolled a 15.
Great. You maintain your concentration. Your max HP is 45, by the way. I'm sorry, I forgot to write that down. Cool. All right. This last zombie is going to run up behind you and try and tackle you to the ground. So I need you to make an acrobatics or athletics check.
15.
I rolled a 19. So he is on top of you, holding you to the ground, as both of you are now prone. It is Johan's turn.
Johan.
Now this is what I call siege ball. Got some good chat tonight, guys. Thank you all for tuning in, staying
thanks,
late with us.
Super late, everybody. Thank you so much.
We're just about at the end.
All right, so. So. Song of Rest.
Only happens during a short rest, which would not be right now.
I see. So you only do that during a
Yeah,
short
it helps.
rest.
It helps you gain extra HP during a short
During
rest.
a short rest. Okay, gotcha. Charm.
I mean, you do have spells. I'm certain
Yeah.
you would have.
Yeah, I know.
Some healing
but we
spells
didn't
if you
choose,
wanted.
like, and I've got, but I'm okay. I'm
Okay.
So I'm gonna attack.
Great.
All right.
That feels
Here we go.
You get 2 of them,
Yep. First one.
and you do get advantage. Oh wait, you don't get advantage anymore because he's prone.
Right.
So you're fine.
So that first one is 20,
Hit.
and then the second one, yeah, definitely hit.
Great. That's 2
All right.
hits. Hurt this man.
That's going to be 9. And
Daisy, wake up.
that's 7.
So that would be
So,
16.
16 points of damage. Slicing my blade.
Damn daisies.
I dance around him.
Cover
as I
her
do
face
this,
with
and
her
I
umbrella.
taunt him just a bit. You're looking just a bit better than you did in your younger days, but not very much. And I can see why you never came with me and not with you, my friend.
He says, "Let me show you just how good I'm looking." But it comes out really badly because he's. I'm looking real good. And he can't do anything because he's
Not
paralyzed.
really anymore.
Thanks to Wendy. So that's his turn.
You're not looking good, my
Does
friend.
whole person say that I get to make a
Not
save at the end of every round?
all.
It might.
Now you're awake, huh?
At the end of each of its turn, the target can make another wisdom save.
Nat 20.
I can
So at the end of his
No.
turn, he goes, "Brah!" But he doesn't get to do anything because his turn ended. So
Well done, Wendy.
you took him out for a round,
Good
which
job,
is really
Wendy.
good. Bourbon.
Can I get out?
Yeah, so half your movement to get up, but you're gonna have to make a check against this guy
Okay.
to try and get him off you.
Athletics.
Athletics against his athletics.
14.
Now I did roll a natural 20 again.
Oh.
So he's holding you to the ground. You're unable to break his grasp. You can still attack Garrix, but you're gonna have disadvantage on those attacks because
What are you doing on the ground there?
I'm
Get
gonna
up,
attack
Bourbon.
Garrix, but I'm
Shouldn't
gonna
win
use
the
my
match.
two
Bumbling
advantages.
Barbie.
Get
This
it
is
from-
no
Sure.
time to lay on the
To
ground.
cancel them
cancel him out.
And then
Alright.
I'm gonna use flurry of blows. So you see, he like starts karate chopping his ankles.
So 2 of the attacks are at regular, the other 2 attacks are at disadvantage.
Okay.
So you're making 4 attacks, 2 normal, 2 at disadvantage.
No, I'm not gonna do flurry of blows then. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to do stunning strike again.
Okay.
First one.
Alright. So roll that first hit flat. But you do have a big modifier.
It's
It's +3 plus,
Yeah.
what's your strength right now? +7, so you add 10 to whatever you roll.
So you're stunning striking
no,
like his
I
ankles.
had plus 11.
I mean, you gotta know the right spots to hit. It's all about the nerves.
It's going for the Achilles.
So 19.
That hits,
Okay.
and then I have to make a con save.
Then 18 bad things. So
I rolled a 22 on my con save. I mean, this guy looks like he's built of constitution.
Yeah.
So if he does get stunned, it'll be a miracle, but there's still a chance.
yeah,
So both, what did you say the second one was? It was higher than 19?
it was 18 plus.
Yeah,
11.
definitely hits. So 2 hits.
5 plus 8. Oh, 5 plus 16.
7.
So
Because you're adding 7 to both hits for the damage and then the 2 dice rolls.
it's 8, right? Because
Oh, no. Because you have 25 strength right now, which is
Oh.
plus 7.
Oh yeah. Wait, why is it plus? Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. So 19.
19 damage, great. And you still have a third strike. You get a bonus action attack for free. You could pop the zombie, you could pop Garrix, do whatever you want.
I headbutt the zombie.
Great. Roll an attack. I need to get a calculator. I'm so bad at subtraction. I'm on the spot.
You said nerds are good at math.
Well, I said
know.
nerds like
Alright,
math, didn't I?
20.
That, was that at disadvantage? Because
Oh.
he's got you grappled?
That is at disadvantage. It's still 20.
Yeah, that definitely hits. You're gonna hit a zombie in the head with your head. Might not feel great. Whatever it is, plus
13.
7. Great.
Bash him with your brains, Burley.
As you hit Garrix, you see something in him snap. He gets angrier than he already was. And Johan, you see Garrix flex his muscles, and all of the armor that's built into him just flies off. And he looks much more nimble now, but much easier to hit. And he readies himself for a flurry of blows against you on his next turn. However, it's Daisy's turn. What are you gonna do, Daisy?
Alright.
Got 2 zombies in front of you. 3 attacks you can do.
Okay.
How will you distribute? You do have one that you've already hit. You start with them.
I start with the weakest.
All right, roll an attack. And you're adding, I believe, 8.
18.
18 hits.
Oh.
So 2d6
Yes.
plus 5.
Oh.
Sorry, plus 6.
14.
15.
15.
All right, he's still standing. Looks really wobbly.
Oh, I go at him again.
You took out one of his legs and he's balancing on
Die,
the other
you
one.
zombie. Oh, poop. That's not gonna do
Gonna
it.
add, I think, 8 to it.
13.
That hits.
Oh, wow.
He's got padded leather armor on and looks slow as heck.
I'm gonna keep that one. 18.
You baseball bat his head right off.
Oh, take that, you zombie! Fly!
And you now have one standing in front of you, and you can take a bonus action attack on him.
I will take a bonus action.
This one hasn't been touched yet.
Oh, 15.
That hits? Yeah. 2d6 plus 6. Get that damage.
Ooh, 9.
All right. It is now
Well, that was a
Zorro's
bit
turn.
weaker. I'm not. I
You Zorro.
El Zorro.
I'm gonna take the zombie down, no?
Yeah. All right. So because your allies are next to him, you're gonna get sneak attack on this, but you got to hit. So roll your attack roll, 1d20, and then you're gonna add your Dex modifier plus your proficiency. So I think plus 7.
So 16.
16.
That hits. So you're gonna roll a d8 and 3d6.
Roll that.
9.
Alright. So 6 plus.
This is a 9.
That's a 6.
Oh yeah, 6.
6 plus 6, 12, 17.
17, and then add his, so 21. You stab it straight through the chest, and it's still got a little bit of life left in it. It feels like it's just about on the edge, but you're getting there. It is now Wendy's turn. What are you gonna do?
Side sneeze.
Right? I'm right there with you. I'm like,
Finish him.
What it is?
you could hit this zombie and finish him off if you
Finish
wanted.
him,
Just
yeah.
whack him with your stick.
Finish him.
It's almost
All right,
dead.
roll an attack roll for me. So d20, and then you've got your quarterstaff right here has an attack modifier of +3.
Or you could do the short.
13, that's a hit. Well, if she does the short bow, she'll have disadvantage because she's pulling a bow right next to her on a zombie.
Roll this.
So 13 hits, so then roll a d8, and you're gonna add, I think, oh,
8. That's it.
you bonk him in the chest, and he just goes, "Ugh."
Wow.
And just falls
Oh,
over dead.
nice wallow.
Two.
All right, you have movement left. If you want to go anywhere, you've just freed up that area for people to not take any hits. You can move 6 squares. If you
total
want. So
team.
you can move your way over toward this side of the field if you wanted to help that fight out. All right. We'll keep you a little bit defensive maybe over here. Maybe not get into his melee range because he hurts really hard. But you can pull your short bow out, whatever you want to do. It is the one zombie's turn. He's going to try and bite your face.
Oh.
You rolled a 2. So he goes for you, but you're just holding him back. You've got your hands in his mouth.
Oh, that was me?
Yeah, you got
I
a zombie
thought
on
that was
top of you.
Oh,
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
You got your hands in his mouth. It's horrible, but you're pulling him off of you. And it is now Johann's
Of
turn.
course it is Johan's turn. It should be. All right.
No question on this.
Johan, well, his first blow, it is not his best, but it's 4, 6, 9, so 14.
To hit?
15 actually, yep.
15 just hits.
Okay.
Now that his
alright.
AC is reduced.
And
Natural 20.
on the second
All right,
one.
so double the damage dice. So 2d8 instead of 1.
Alright,
So you're going to roll
on the
3d8.
First one, we'll do that's 5 plus 6, that's 11. Then on the second one, that's 8, so 14 on the second one.
Great, great, great.
So 25 total.
He is looking really, really rough.
Like I remember him when he was on the field and I was taking his girlfriend. Nothing like this. Very similar. This looks very much like.
He's going to take 3 great sword attacks at you. Okay, well, I mean, I'll just roll really bad. 14.
That would have hit if my decks weren't up.
You're right.
And it misses.
You're right. Come on, guy. Oh, wait. 16.
That just hits.
One more.
Wait. Actually, let me make sure here.
Natural 1. What just happened? He's fumbling. Like, this is his moment, and he's failing. Only 1 hit. Yeah, I don't think you get any extra bonuses to
No,
AC.
I'm just double checking everything here, making sure, but no.
You're not even gonna have to use your champion's ring. You're just.
No,
All right, so you take 18 damage.
Ouch. Okay, so that was. I'm hurting now.
Yeah.
Like, really hurting.
All right.
If I didn't have that +2 on my con, I'd.
Yeah, your health went up by a hot minute.
Yep.
All right. He is going to
Daisy,
move toward the door.
wake up.
You get an attack of opportunity on him. Actually, both of you do if you
Can I
want to
try to
take
trip him?
it. Not as an attack of opportunity. You can only take a melee attack with
Yeah, that's
disadvantage.
gonna hit because I'm flanking him. So 8 points.
Well, what was the total on the roll?
17 on the.
Definitely hits.
Yeah.
Oh wait, he is going to use his reaction to take his blade, the flat of it, and put it up against his body, and he will parry your attack off, temporarily adding some extra to his AC
Okay.
and making you miss. So he makes his way all the way to the door.
Do I get an attack?
You can.
Okay.
Disadvantage, but you still get it. We're right there. Like he's got almost no health
Like
left.
you gotta know, this is so late for her especially.
Oh, it's late for me.
It's like,
That doesn't hit. Wait,
He's-
15?
15 hits his new AC because it's lower. D6 plus 6 or something? Or plus
12.
7? Boom. All right. Bourbon.
Try to get up.
Okay, make another athletics check against this guy.
26. It's 27.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what he's doing now, and you just throw him off. So you shoot up using half your movement, which is I think 20 feet. So you have 25 feet of movement left.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4.
He's gonna go
I
for
get
your
there.
feet. The zombie does a 15 hit your armor class.
Nope.
Then he.
Alright, and I attack him,
Cool.
and I use a
Wait, what did
flurry
you
of
do
blows.
Ah!
I use flurry of blows.
So 4 attacks. You're ready to end this.
That hits.
You're looking for a 15.
That hits. Yep. That hits.
Great.
Natural 20 on the last one.
You're gonna be finishing him now.
So you're gonna roll 5d6, and we're gonna add 28.
Okay.
Oh man.
With bourbon, it gives you strength.
Herbs coming to the rescue.
5d6, yeah.
9, 13, 18.
Tell me what it looks like.
This is well done, my friend.
The burly burbs. He walks up to the thing. who
The
is
Patchwork
hunting,
Knight.
once known as Garrix, and he gives him a double hit to the nuts. Wham wham!
It's the
He
first
bends
2 hits.
over. He then brings him. He grabs his neck, gives him a knee, and then he throws him into his direction.
Okay. He lands. Johan, I only wanted to win. Please. I'll spare everyone.
Machete!
I won't come back, I promise.
El Zorro! Finish him!
Zorro! Zorro just comes up.
El Zorro!
Yeah, you have never been my friend, but I'm telling you, I would have.
We were friends once, weren't we?
No.
Uncle
never,
just
no.
took his
But
girlfriend.
You were not always such a loser like you are now. And seeing you in this state, I would save you. I would be merciful to you. But you are clearly some
Yeah, you
kind
see.
of now a mishmash creature. You've taken things to yourself, like horrible things you've done, and stitched parts
Is
of
that
your
a
body. And El
Are
Zorro.
you gonna get to the point?
El Zorro! El Zorro!
El Zorro,
El
please,
Zorro,
come
time
here.
for El Zorro.
It is time. You are good with the machete, and in honor, I knew this one once. I will not do the
You
killing
take your
blow.
machete, you line it up. How do you want to kill him?
They're like,
Straight through the
his
chest?
head.
In the head? Straight through the head?
Yeah.
Goosh, and you see his brain splits, and he has like 2 different brains inside of his head.
Oh.
And you see the parts of his body that were stitched together kind of start to loosen.
And I'm gonna be like, hasta la vista, baby.
That's we end it there. That's
He could never make up his mind this way.
the instantly the wall of force and all the locks on everyone's chains fall. Everyone breathes a sigh of relief. The day is won, and BlueBox BBRPG Con is successful.
Thank you so much. Well done. Thank you, everybody that watched a long, long day today. I saw some of you in the chat most of the day. Thank you so much. Tomorrow we're going to the Renaissance Festival.
Yeah,
We're going to
I actually have
Castle
written on
Gwyn.
here, I have everyone returns to Brigand's Bottom to finish the work on the convention and agrees to continue the fun tomorrow.
Oh, thank you,
done.
Thomas.
Because why not? We've
Thanks,
earned
thank
it.
you. So well prepared. So
Well,
much
thank
work
you.
on this. Really, really well done. And so with all that said, we're going to sign off for today. A long, long day here at BlueBox, but a good day. I'm so grateful. Thank you, everybody. And you're going to hit end stream down there. Bye-bye.
Bye.